welcome to Impossible Coin. It's a very, very special episode. And here on me, oh fuck.
God. It's already a kinky show.
It's a dog pile, it's cool.
Kind of helping to direct the future of the shipping for Impossible Coin, Rocky Hardy.
Hey, what up? It's me.
Are you ready for some brocky?
What? What?
Okay, all right, fair enough. While you're working that out, Rocky, did you know that we have some guests in the house today?
I'm not sure if I consented to this.
Well, do you want to welcome Big Sach?
Okay. Hey, Sach. What's up, man?
How you guys doing?
I'm chill. I need you to stay like a solid 3 feet away. Because apparently some Brocky business is going on. I don't know what that's about. I don't need you complicating things.
Well,
Brocky business? Oh, wait, the ship. That's right.
Yeah. And
I thought we were calling it R&B.
That's right, it is R&B, Brian.
oh, R&B, that's the perfect. Oh my god.
Right? Is it not? Thank you. I'm a shipping wizard.
A shizzard, if you will.
I work hard on these names.
And in Ohio, the shipping wizard, Tegan Somerset.
Hi-oh.
And in Bend, Oregon, a successful realtor, Karen Troutfisher.
Fuck
no.
me.
Karen, why are you saying fuck me? Come on, we're glad to have you on the show.
Brian, I'm not doing a voice.
God damn it. God damn it, Tegan.
I refuse. I refuse to play in this space.
Look. All right.
She didn't want to do the bit. It's fine. Do a Karen Troutfisher. We'll hire an actress or something. Will we do that? I don't know. Wait, can Karen Troutfisher be a part of Festival Hardbody story?
No. That's two separate
They used
stories.
to date, and she got tired of his bullshit because, like, she didn't want to get busted for drug possession.
God damn it, Tegan, why don't you want to play this space?
I only want to build the space. I don't want to play in it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that, like, that Karen Troutfisher is the Bloodborne to Festival Hardbody's Dark Souls. Like,
wow. I don't know about all that. So, okay, but
Wait, I
would
don't
love to
know
see
what
that
that means.
thesis.
I don't know what that means.
They're kind of like reimagined in like a similar space. That they're like both like caricatures of like these annoying people.
Oh, God.
oh.
Well, I'm glad now I know Brian thinks I'm annoying.
Oh my god!
Daddy.
Jesus.
I did. That was a good one.
I've been
That
attacked.
was actually pretty good.
I've been attacked.
Been attacked. Brian Cartwright currently being attacked.
Oh, man.
Systematically dismantled.
Yep.
Big Sach is here, everyone.
Oh, Sach, I am so sorry to, like, pull all the power and weight from your guest entrance in order to advance my agenda of bullshit, but I'm selfish and terrible.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I almost didn't make it on the show because last night I was dealing with adware, which apparently can still affect your computer in the year of our Lord 2019.
Ooh. Now, on Beyonce's internet, we got to do something about that.
What happened?
Dude, I may have been drinking a couple nights ago and I was downloading stuff and I saw something and that was supposed to be a video and it said shortcut and for some reason I still clicked it.
You know better, though. You know better. You're a full-ass adult. You know better.
No, it's Sach's but a boy. He's growing into the world.
A child? A literal baby? Is everyone here a literal child?
I feel so, like, I don't even know how to describe how stupid I felt. Like, I just, like, deleted everything. I was like, alright, nothing happened. It didn't download anything. It was like 2 in the morning. I'd been drinking. I was like, it'll be fine. The next day I, like, log into Google, and there's just ads. Like, it just redirects me automatically, you know. When I log into YouTube, there are these fake like, not actual YouTube ads, like, fake ads showing up that are clearly coming from somewhere else. Like, with a different Xbox, like, not Xbox, but like a different little, like, cancel out box. You know, I'm getting, like, my YouTube it would show me a recommended YouTube video from, like, whoever the last person I had watched a YouTube video of. It was, like, Polygon CBD pills delivered directly to your house, watching live now.
What?
And then it was like H-Bomber guy watching live now. Get your dick pills for free online. I'm like, what is going on right now?
Sasha, did you get any of that Blue Chew?
Yeah, I got the stash, man. I got the stash of Blue Chew.
Oh, nice.
I'm just trying to figure out like who keeps buying these dick pills. Like why? They need to be like taught about in schools or something, so people stop buying them. So we can stop getting these fucking ads.
I don't know if like chewable dick vitamins are an old enough plague to have been taught about in schools yet.
It's all very new.
They have
because
what? No, this is a tale as old as time.
No,
man.
well, because I believe it's due to the fact that Viagra's patent has expired, right? So drugs expire, their patents expire after I believe 21 years or something like that. My parents both work in this. My mom works specifically with generics, so I like, and so it's like other companies are able to basically create they call them like I think they're called biosimilars, where it's like it does the same thing, but the drug name is technically different. Yeah. So, but it's biologically it acts the same, and chemically there's some difference or whatever.
The fillers are different.
Yeah. So anyway, now they've created these services where you can go, obviously, right? You can go online and just talk to a doctor without needing whatever, which is such bullshit. But it's a function of that patent expiring and making it easy for companies to create these pills. And I believe that like a lot of them are they FDA approved, or I have no idea.
Blue Chew is, because believe me, like last weekend when I heard the word Blue Chew 900 million times, I actually researched Blue Chew.
Well, that's great, Brian. I'd love to hear all about that, but let me first tell you about the magical powers of Blue Chew.
Oh my god.
Sach, I appreciate the fact that you want to hear about Blue Chew, but the first thing that I want to do is tell you a little bit about Omaha Steaks.
Not sponsored. We are not sponsored.
They could give us money someday, Brian.
If you want to give us money, then that's fine.
Basically, what we're trying to get
money
is the dick pill in the mattress box and see if we can get that far.
Yes.
What was it like? Why would you do anything ever? Like buy a mattress in a box?
Yep.
God damn it.
Yep. But fucking chewable dick vitamins, like Jesus. We'll look into our dark future.
Once again, I'm pretty sure this is like an old thing. Okay, whatever. I might be wrong. I don't know.
No, Rocky. Dick pills are not a new thing. Chewable dick pills to make your dick hard faster, they are a new thing.
Okay.
So the dick pill tech is better.
It's evolving.
I'd like to pretend that the dick pills are only made chewable for people who have a hard time swallowing.
When do we get the Flintstones vitamins
There's
dick
like
pills?
3 levels to that entendre.
There are, yeah. I'm glad Rocky got it.
Oh god.
Thanks. Thanks,
like
Rocky.
Flintstone chewable dick vitamins,
or the
like,
Bugs Bunny ones.
No, but it's Bugs Bunny like in the Valkyrie costume. Like it's all the Bugs Bunny cross dressing. That's the shape of the vitamins.
Oh man. Oh. Now I just want dick vitamins on principle.
Oh no.
No. Brian, you don't.
You really
do,
don't.
But you don't.
Yeah. You're gonna have them in your hand and you already forgot the bit, and then now you have dick pills.
Also, like, you
life.
certainly don't want to give that impression to our listeners at home.
I'd be like, look, this entire bottle has exactly 2 types of vitamins in it. There's cross-dressing Bugs Bunny and Lola Bunny, depending on if that's your thing.
If that's your thing, yeah, probably. Just statistically, holy shit.
Oh my god. So Sach, how's your computer?
It's okay. It survived. I ran a couple nice programs and cleared some processes, cleared out the registry and all that. Found out, I found what was going on, because when I got into the log and saw where the files were, like, I saw in Google Chrome, like, they added a hidden extension, because like a lot of places are like, oh, check your extensions, and I'm like, yeah, I check my extensions, but I mean, I don't think hackers are that stupid to just like have their hacking extension just show up in the extensions, you know what I mean? Of course,
You'd be fucking surprised.
well, yeah, it's true, but like, of course, when I look at the the Malwarebytes log, I see it under the local app data of Chrome, under extensions, there's like a hidden file that hides this like long a couple of these extensions that are like automatically redirecting me and stuff. And then I saw another thing that like it disables Google Chrome from updating, and it disables the update button from even showing up, and a bunch of other things that like it would like I was like deleting the adware every time, but like and restarting my computer, and then that wasn't going away when I restarted, and then I did like a malware search, and I was like, fuck.
Man.
We'll see. We'll see what happens. It's been like 8 hours.
Well, I guess this is probably a place to insert our thoughts and prayers.
I mean, they help so much with all the mass shootings. Obviously, they'll also help fight malware. Fucking idiots. God.
What else is going on with you, Sach?
So, for a little while, I don't know about y'all, but for a little while I was in a bit of a gaming rut. I feel like there was like nothing coming out, and things were just getting a little stagnant, I was playing a good amount of Mortal Kombat 11, but this kid that I was working with in class for a group project, he was like, yo, let's play online sometime, and I was like, sure. And then he like whacked me, and I was like, oh shit, like I fucking suck at this game. So, and he like tried like.
Did you say he whacked you?
Yeah,
He whacked him like a mob hit, Brian.
he schmacked me.
He went to his house and actually shot him.
Oh, no.
Yeah, he's. I'm sleeping with the fishes now, huh? Paisan.
And then like he looks at the camera and is like, why would Ed Boon do this?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so I've been playing a little bit of Total War: Three Kingdoms. I don't know if y'all ever played Total War.
I've seen a bit of it, never played.
So I had never really played it before. A little back story, I guess. When I was a kid, I was really into Age of Empires and especially Age of Mythology. I don't know if y'all ever played those games. Those were fucking awesome games. But those are those are like real time, and those are very combat focused. It's all about, for me as a kid especially, it was all about fighting and like blowing shit up and destroying the other people. I didn't really think about it much, I would do all the cheats in Age of Empires 2 to like get the Shelby Cobra, which has like guns on the front, and you can just like mow down towns and like take over. Anyway, then I decided to try out Total War because I got into Civ maybe 5-6 years ago. So Total War has that turn-based strategy layer over the top, and then in the battles you actually fight in real time, and there's pausing, but you that's where your strategy is more, it's playing out directly and in a shorter time frame. So I like that, like those mixing of elements, because you get that like larger grand strategy narrative, and like this game is doing some new things from what I understand with Total War. So I don't know, you guys know about the Three Kingdoms period of China?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Word. Awesome. So yeah, this game takes place during that period, like right after Dong Zhuo has like taken over the capital, I believe. Okay. And was it Big Dick Daddy Dong Zhuo?
I'm pretty sure that was his name. That's what they called him.
So yeah, I started a campaign as Cao Cao and started right in the middle of the Chen province, and the goal is to take over. But what they've added is this layer of relationship building. So, I have Jihao Dun and Jihao. I don't know how to say his name, but Yan. I don't know. I feel bad butchering it, but they're brothers, and if you hire, you start with Jihao Dun, but when you hire his brother and they fight in battle together, their abilities just continue to build and build because they have a bond. And there are other generals.
Have a strong bond. Fuck. I'm sorry. Like, I'm just, like, remembering that riff of, like, international cable. Just keep going. It's called Two Brothers.
Also, Shihao Dun is a badass, and he ate his eye. If you Wikipedia him, the picture of him on Wikipedia is him eating his eye.
Wild.
Yeah. He apparently was shot with an arrow through the eye, and then he was like, yeah, I'm not letting you kill me. So he just ripped out the arrow with the eyeball attached, and he ate it.
Fucking cry! Ah!
Come on, Brian, we gotta fight that guy. He's trying to take over all of China.
You don't win against guys who eat their own eyeballs.
He only ate one. Like, that's it.
Like,
shoot the other one. Maybe he'll eat both.
They were talking about this on Waypoint, this story. That's how I heard about it. And they were like mentioning how it's like, that just like, a lot of these stories are definitely embellished in terms of they come from the romance of the Three Kingdoms. But at the same time, I feel like if you saw a guy pull an arrow out of his face with an eyeball attached and then eat it, like, that's some shit that you would write down and be like, people need to know this dude is fucking crazy.
Like, yo, no, listen, this guy fucking nuts.
Yeah. This guy fucks.
This guy fucks, yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh, my fucking God.
But yeah.
That's so sick.
But yeah, so, I mean, aside from that, it's pretty cool having this layer because you, especially Cao, he plays people against each other, so you can, like, initiate proxy wars and stuff. So you can just be like, hey, man, like, we have a kind of good relationship. Why don't you go to war for me over there? And, yeah, instead of, like, doing the war yourself, and then you can just take over, all their land while they're off at war. And then be like, oh, well, you're my vassal now.
You're my vassal. That's why you went off to war for me. Duh.
Yeah.
I manipulated you to go to war for me, and it turns out that's because you worked for me the whole time.
Yeah, you just thought you didn't. You absolute buffoon.
That's great.
Yeah, but
that sounds like
fun.
So
it's cool. But I haven't spent too much time with it. It's I just started a new job at school, so it's like taking up some time.
I respect it.
Also, I've been playing some of that Yakuza Kiwami 2. Big fan of the Yakuza series.
Number of tigers in the game?
Oh, I don't think I've seen any tigers in this game. But I have seen Kiryu mentor a dominatrix.
Sick.
He also...
Kiryu's a good dude.
Kiryu is the best dude.
Best dude.
He is just such a pure-hearted man with a giant dragon tattooed on his back. Oh, man, he's so dreamy. The shit he says is just like, in those side stories, like, whenever you just run into someone who's just being an idiot, and he just, like, drops the most, like, fatherly knowledge on them, like, he'll just be like, sometimes art is really what comes from inside, and even if even if people don't appreciate it at first, if you truly do what you believe in terms of the art you want to create, the people who love it will come to it. And I'm just like, damn, Kiryu.
Kiryu know what he talking about.
He's a hero to everyone that's ever lived.
I feel like a couple years ago, I should have worked harder to keep Kiryu breaks up the panty selling racket around longer in best moment. Like, because that's so good. Where he's just got like the high school girls and it's like, hey, do you really want to be selling your panties?
Yes, I'm making lots of money. Next question.
Now they can just sell their feet pics. It's okay.
I mean, that is a bubble that's going to pop soon. I don't know when. There can't be that many people buying feet pics.
Oh, Rocky, have you met the internet?
I'm just saying, man. I'm pretty sure it's a bubble.
I mean, listen, a girl
out.
I graduated high school with is heavy on selling feet pics right now, making that dough. So respect the hustle.
Oh fuck! All right, I'm not gonna knock the hustle. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's just funny that one day I saw like someone followed like a new person on Twitter. I was like, hey, isn't that girl from high school? I click on it and it was like DM for feet pics, and I was like, what? What?
Oh man, did you actually put mega guest Karen Troutfisher, Brian? What the fuck? Oh man. Okay. I'm back. I'm okay.
Other than that, wrestling.
True. Brian, do the wrestling. Let's get to it.
You can't. I was going to say you can't wrestle yourself, but I've seen those matches.
Yeah, I've seen a guy wrestle an Invisible Man before, so.
Yeah. I was going to say, all right, Joey Janela's out here proving us all wrong.
Also,
That sounds like a JoJo, but it's not.
also that match
It's
of
the work of an enemy stand.
also the match of Kota Ibushi wrestling the sex doll is amazing.
Yep.
It's like genuinely a good match.
As was Janela versus Invisible Man.
Seriously. Oh, but
Yeah.
let's get to it.
Fuck, man. I feel like this was definitely a prime time to have on Sach because there is so much Graps bullshit afoot.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, Double or Nothing.
Yeah.
How did it make you feel?
Well, it made me feel a lot of ways. A lot of ways inside. I definitely cried.
Did you cry?
No, I cried. Yeah, I have an older brother that I don't have like the best relationship with. In terms, like he's a good. I mean, we have a good relationship, but like we don't talk a lot and stuff. You know, we don't like. So it was just really, I don't know. I really had like we get along real well, but it's just we don't have like a good connection in a lot of ways. So just
Like,
seeing that, you know, it's just it. I don't know. It hit me really hard.
Yeah, like a fucking like. Okay, so I guess we should probably set the stage for Rocky and Tegan. So
I was gonna say there were a lot of words there, and none of them made any sense.
Why don't we go all the way back to explaining what AEW is real quick?
Okay, so WWE's
AEW is a root beer.
A&W.
No, that's A and W.
It's also a restaurant. It's a drive-in.
They serve burgers.
They
and
do.
root beer floats.
Yeah,
Delicious root beer floats.
This is AEW.
Okay.
Okay, so I guess to take you back, 3 years and change ago, a 71-year-old Dracula told Cody Rhodes, "No, goddammit, you have to keep on wrestling in that makeup." And he said, "Well, can I get my release?" And then the Dracula said, "Fine." And AEW is those chickens coming home to roost. It is a whole new wrestling promotion, which is like a mixture of people who have been wrestling in Japan, who have been wrestling on the indies, and some people who had been wrestling in WWE and have been released, who have a chip on their shoulder and something to prove. It is funded by the family that owns the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Cons.
So it is like fully funded, like big dollar wrestling, which in the U.S. there's only been one game in town for like at this point 19 years.
Yeah, 18 years or 19 years or so.
Yeah, 18 years. Yeah.
Yeah. So right, like Vince McMahon purchased his largest competitor, the WCW, in 2001, right?
Yep.
And so that's what we were talking about. And so they were owned by TNT, and so that eventually got to a point where now in 2019, like the WWE, their product is very produced. Like after WrestleMania, I have zero interest in the show. Like I haven't watched anything from WWE since WrestleMania, pretty much.
But the 24/7 title, Sach.
Yeah, I mean,
They have people wrestle for a whole day.
You see, that sounds more interesting.
That sounds illegal.
All right, so what the
I don't think any one person should have to wrestle for 24 hours a day.
it's
That's
a
find a way of
title
lying
that
about
you could
Yeah.
get defeated for it at any time.
Oh, okay.
Like 24/7,
That's
you're
different.
you're defending it, you know.
Right.
Gotcha. Okay.
Right.
And so the product at WWE has become really produced, right? So they have people who produce the matches. They have producers for the matches. They have script writers for the promos. You guys know what promos are?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, they have the script writers for the promos, and then everything is run through Vince McMahon. That really wasn't the way it was always done, you know. Sometimes there had been scripts, there had been production, but not in this way. It became a sort of thing where every match feels the same. Every episode, every pay-per-view feels the same, and that's because of the way they've built this system out within the WWE. And so, why don't you continue from here, Brian?
Okay, so there has been a lot of like customer discontent and a lot of people who have like walked away from wrestling, who had been consuming WCW or even had been consuming WWE, but are like, you know what, I gotta tap out. Like, I just can't hang with this shit anymore. And so there has been this like huge, like underserved market. And the Khan family funded this idea for a new Fed, which would be led by Cody Rhodes, the Young Bucks, and Kenny Omega. And they put together this pay-per-view, which happened over Memorial Day weekend in Las Vegas, called Double or Nothing. The name of the show had like kind of a gambling theme because those guys put together a show last September kind of to prove that they could do it, called All In. So this was kind of like, what's that?
I think we did talk. I think we talked about All In shortly after it happened on the show. I think you guys had me on to talk about it.
Yeah.
So I don't know if Tegan or Rocky remember, but that was the first time people had put on a show, a stadium show outside of the WWE. It was held at the Sears Center, and they sold out in like 30 minutes. You know.
Right.
And
right. Yeah, I remember.
It was
that.
called All In. So they decided their second pay-per-view is called Double or Nothing. Get it?
Yeah.
I got
built
it.
on the thing.
Yeah, and it was in Las Vegas.
And they sold 13,000 tickets in 4 minutes.
Well, then.
Yeah.
Shout outs.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was in the queue to try and buy tickets when it went on sale, and it just brought up a screen that said, "Get fucked, son."
Did it really? Was it really just like, you're the 90 millionth person in line? Good fucking luck.
There were 43,000 people in queue who were trying to buy tickets who couldn't. So there were
Jesus.
Yeah.
Time to go see them scalpers.
Yeah. Yeah, my girlfriend's cousin, he's a super into wrestling, but we tried to get tickets, but we couldn't get any.
Yeah. So the show itself, this thing that Sasha and I are talking about that happened on the show, one of the matches on the show was Cody Rhodes versus his older brother, Dustin Rhodes.
Have you guys ever heard of Dusty Rhodes?
I mean,
I've heard of Country Roads.
I live in a desert, so
Here,
yeah.
I'll show you a picture of him. He's a legendary...
Oh, this is a dude?
Yeah. Yeah.
This is a dude.
Yeah, not Dusty Rhodes, take me home. Or...
That one was actually Country Roads, I think.
Yeah,
that was
the
Country Roads.
joke.
I'm like, that I
That
know.
was the joke, yeah. Or it's not, I'm gonna take my horse to the dusty roads. Sorry.
Oh, that reminds me. I want to yell about the fucking Rambo trailer, but...
There's a Rambo trailer. They're making
There was a new
another
Rambo trailer.
Rambo?
Yeah,
Okay.
Old Town Road was on it.
This guy looks like his name would be Dusty Rhodes.
Yes, rest in peace.
Like his actual legal name would be Dusty Rhodes.
So he was really famous and charismatic wrestler, announcer, promoter. Was he not an announcer, but I mean a commentator, right? He commentated.
Yeah.
And a promoter.
Mm-hmm.
Had a very distinct voice. He was like, I can't really do it, but he had this like lisp and this like fast talking, like, well, let me tell you something, baby. You know, like he was just a great guy. And so his two sons, have you ever heard of Goldust?
No.
So I don't know. I mean, maybe in the 90s you guys heard about there was this cross-dressing wrestler and he, you know, blah, blah, blah. He wore like...
I promise no.
Okay,
I
never
promise
mind
no.
then. I mean...
I was like a babby.
Yeah,
Right.
he
So was
like
I.
lots of feather boas, lots of feather boas, and lots of big dick energy.
A lot...
In the 90s, I was under 10
Same.
for most of it. So, no, I would not have known anything about big dick energy.
That's true. He also wore lots of like fake boobs, and he almost got like implants for the just to get the like the gimmick going like fully.
Yeah.
Mr. McMahon was like, yeah, don't do that. Anyway.
Yeah, that's kind of insensitive nowadays. That would not have aged well.
No, probably not.
Anyway, so Dusty Rhodes has two. I'm sure he has more than two, but he has two sons who are wrestlers, Cody and Dustin. Dustin is the one who became Goldust, and he had a very long and successful career in the WWE, ups and downs. And Cody Rhodes is the one we were talking about at the beginning of this, who decided to leave the WWE for creative reasons. He felt like he was being stifled, right, or just like wasn't being, whatever. So anyway, that was just to give a little bit more explanation of who these guys are.
Right. And so 3 years ago in WWE, they were running a storyline of Cody versus Dustin, and they just abandoned it. And it infuriated Cody because he thought that nothing could get him over and get his brother over, like resolving like a brother versus brother story. He's like, this is the kind of thing that will make a career. And they just abandoned it. They're like, hey, we're not going. Like, they had started building it, and then they just threw it away. And that was the straw that broke the camel's back for him. And so he put together this match for this show, and they began doing a build for it. And they build it not just as brother versus brother, but like era of wrestling versus era of wrestling, because there's a large age difference between them. Like Cody is, I think, 35, and Dustin, his older brother, is 50. And so, like, Cody was like running around saying stuff like, I'm going to kill the Attitude Era, which is what people call that period of time in wrestling where his older brother became popular.
Yeah, that was that. That's a lot of what WWE is trying to recapture the magic of.
Right. And so Cody comes out, and like the first thing he does, like, first of all, like how he's fucking dressed. He was supposed to be doing a la carte, right?
Really? I didn't know. I didn't notice. I mean, I've seen his Punished Snake.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't realize that. It really was an a la carte thing, huh?
Yeah. So he comes out with his wife, and they start walking toward the ring, and they walk past this throne, with like, which is all metal aesthetic, cool. Like, it's got like a big stone cross on it, and there's skulls and bullshit. And then Brandy keeps on going down to the ring, his wife, and she like comes back with a sledgehammer. At which point, like, Cody takes the sledgehammer to the throne. He becomes the throne breaker. Then they go to the ring. Dustin comes out. They have this like amazing, like 27-minute long battle.
I feel like I want to try to just talk about that real quick, because just to give Rocky and Tegan some context, I guess, on why that match was so nuts, is because it wasn't like flippy dippy. There was like, no, high spots, or what they call high spots, which is like, people jumping off top ropes and doing flips and things like that. It embodied a style that was so much more like just one-on-one. It was like, it felt like a fight. It felt like two guys just like actually like hashing it out, and it told a story really using like very basic moves. Like, there wasn't all this crazy stuff. Like, both of them are not necessarily the most technically skilled wrestlers, like, by any means. Not that they're not good workers, but they're not like Kenny Omega or the Young Bucks or anything like that. And they still put on the match of the night by far, just from that like investment, that emotional investment that you could get just by watching them, and you could feel the energy coming off the crowd. Like, the crowd was really feeling it, and that was something that, I don't know, it was just really awesome.
Yeah, it was, man, like, they really got you completely and totally invested emotionally. Like, you were watching it, and, like, watching them go back and forth and watching them destroy each other, and, like, they were doing so much stuff with their faces where, like, they were kind of, like, getting over the idea that, like, that they reached a point during the match where, like, doing this match what was taking out of the emotionally, and you're like, oh my god, just stop hitting each other, boys. And it just, you really got there. And
at one point, Dustin, who is the older brother, pulled down Cody's pants, exposing his bare ass, and spanked him.
Oh fuck!
While he was covered in blood all over. It wasn't like
kinky.
It wasn't necessarily like it was funny, but it was like still like, you know, like it wasn't like a comedy like bit, you know.
And I just kind of like to give you an idea as to like how much fire there was in that building. Like it was wall to wall noise pretty early on in that match that like people just couldn't stop like screaming and crying in the crowd. It was unbelievable. There's a point where like Dustin pulls a turnbuckle off, exposing it, so that way like in the classic like, I'm going to pull this turnbuckle off, and it's going to end up backfiring on me.
It was Cody that pulled. It was Cody that pulled it.
Oh, it was Cody. It was Cody who pulled.
Yeah,
he was
sitting on top of the turnbuckle, on top of the ring, whatever it's called.
Right.
Yeah. And he pulled the cover off.
And the turnbuckle gets thrown into the crowd, and watching people like dive out of their seat, like people who just like launch themselves forward, being like, I'm either going to, like, break my face and catch this turnbuckle, or I'm just going to break my face. But they've decided to make, like, a risk assessment and judge the value of that broken face to be worth it. Like, the amount of people who just swarm over that thrown object is, like, fucking ridiculous. Like, ridiculous. It looks like a goddamn swarm in a zombie movie. And they reach the end of the match. And Cody has won, and he starts walking away, and you start to see Dustin unlacing his boots in the ring. He's going to do that, like, traditional, like, old-school wrestler retirement thing of, like, leaving his boots in the ring thing. And we're like, oh, okay. And then Cody walks back to the ring.
Oh, my God. This shit.
Oh, God, I'm gonna fucking cry right now.
So he was like, who is he facing? Oh, it was the Lucha Brothers, right?
Yeah.
So there's this great Mexican tag team called the Lucha Brothers.
No, it's the Bucks.
Oh, it's the Bucks.
So it's gonna be
So the Young Bucks, they're brothers, they're his friends, whatever. We don't need to get into it. So they're going to wrestle. Cody and he needs a pickup partner are going to wrestle the Bucks. So he picks up the microphone. It would look like he was going to leave. Cody was walking up the ramp. And he picks up the microphone, and he gets in the ring, and he goes, for that match against the Bucks, I don't need a tag partner.
Crowd starts to boo. Huge boos.
I need my brother.
Oh, man.
And he just, like, breaks down crying when he says it.
And that's
and
it.
You see, like, Dustin, like,
mic
cry.
drop.
And then they're like, oh
my
mic
gosh.
drop. They, like, grab each other. They're sobbing. The crowd is crying. Like, oh, man. It was amazing. It was absolutely... I was fucking spent, man. I was emotionally spent. Oh.
Yeah, it was easily the high point of the night, and there were a couple other matches on there that we don't really need to get into and all that, but the ending was also a really big moment.
Yeah. A guy who had been in WWE for years and hated it and found it creatively stifling got out and showed up, and he attacked Chris Jericho, then he attacked the referee, and then he attacked Kenny Omega a lot, and then stood atop a giant stack of poker chips looking like a badass. John Moxley, formerly known as Dean Ambrose. I'm very excited because,
as I've said recorded on this podcast before, I did not like Dean Ambrose. Like not because I didn't like him as a person. I just didn't like the character. I just didn't like the look of the wife beater and jeans. Like I hated that he wrestled in a wife beater and jeans. It looked so stupid to me.
Yep.
And I know the jeans. It's not that I know the jeans have spandex in them. I wear jeans with spandex in them. I understand that point. People were like, "Nah, but the jeans. It's not about that fact. It just looks stupid." But yeah, sorry.
Yeah, no, it was an amazing ending to an amazing show, and that kind of like uncorked this like fountain of Jon Moxley news that came like immediately thereafter, including that Jon Moxley now has a relationship with New Japan Pro Wrestling as well. And I put an idea in Sach's head last night where he's like, "Stop playing with my emotions." Because as like he starts to announce dates that he's working over the summer, and he's done some of that, there is a block of time that he has not announced any dates. I think it's going to happen, Sach. I think we're getting it.
Oh, that would be so amazing.
I think we're getting Jon Moxley in the G1. But what we do know we're getting is Jon Moxley murdering Juice Robinson on June 5th.
Yep.
Yeah, that's going to happen. It's going to be an assassination available live. What will it be, like, I guess 1 in the morning my time I can watch that murder happen?
Yeah, I always watch it the day after because it's at 5 usually for me.
I don't like. It's the middle of the week.
It'll be
2:30
for you, I think. I believe it's at 5:30 Eastern time on.
Yeah, I'll probably have to watch that murder the next day, but I'm definitely going to watch that man do a murder. But yeah, go ahead.
Real quick, you should download this Chrome extension called New Japan Next, New Japan Pro World Next. It like hides spoilers on the New Japan website, New Japan Pro Wrestling website. So World, you know what I mean. So that like if you're watching it the next day, it doesn't like show you like the post match comments and stuff, so you don't see who won and everything.
Sasha, I've got bad news. I don't think you've been on during an episode where I've given a terrible speech about how I don't care about spoilers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'll be fine.
Okay.
Like there's very, very few instances where it's something I actually will get bent out of shape over. Generally, the resolution of like Giant Bomb's Game of the Year ranked list is like one of them.
Really?
But yeah.
How'd you feel about last?
Because
year?
like it's like 47 hours of content.
I tend to listen to everything except like the last hour of that because I just I love it, but I tend to not necessarily care what they decide is the number one at the end. I just like the conversations. That's a personal thing, though. I mean, I'm just that's interesting to hear. That's one of the things that is I used to be really non-averse to spoilers, and now I'm more averse. I'm not hugely averse though. Like wrestling, like I don't mind knowing usually, but
right. The thing that like always frustrates me about like I feel like where we were as a society about spoilers, even a few years ago, was like reasonable, but at this point, like the way people treat spoilers has like full on ruined mainstream critical conversations on like most pieces of art. You'll like read a review of like a film or a TV series. You'll be like, what the fuck are they even talking about? Because they're trying to like talk around it so much because they're like, well, our customers will get bent out of shape if we talk about what happened in it. So instead we have to like use these like really like broad, useless, undescriptive terms and kind of like talk around the general idea of the movie or talk around the general idea of the show and just hope that some people will like this crappy essay. But like spoiler paranoia has effectively killed film criticism, and it like irritates the shit out of me. Like, come on.
I used to have this thing, I think, before I was diagnosed with anxiety, where whenever I would watch stuff, I would like get anxiety about what was gonna happen, so I would just like look it up, what was gonna happen. You know what I mean? I would just like read the Wikipedia summary as I was watching it, so I knew like it was gonna be. You know what I mean? Like I don't know why. Maybe it was an instinctive thing. Like, oh, I knew what was gonna, and I would still watch it and enjoy it. I never really minded, and then eventually I think I stopped doing that. But for a long time, I used to do that to myself, and I feel like I ruined a lot of things for myself that way. I think that's more of a function of like the internet and having things at our fingertips. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know. Sorry, now we're trailing off here.
Oh, no worries.
I mean, to be fair, like, my magical ability to avoid spoilers by literally tuning out everything Brian and Rocky have ever said about The Good Place allowed me to really experience The Good Place. So,
word?
Yeah, word. I just finished season 1.
How is it? I've never watched the show, so.
It is very good.
Yeah, how was that twist, Tegan?
It wasn't a twist, but I was still like, oh, okay then. But it's very good, Sach. You should watch it.
Yeah, I'll definitely check. I haven't watched like a new comedy in a while.
It's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good show. It's definitely a good show.
Pitch it to me. Kristen Bell, Ted Danson. I know that much.
I don't know names of anybody who's an actor, so that doesn't work.
Kristen Bell's Eleanor and Ted Danson's Michael.
Yeah.
I just know
a bunch of people. Yeah, a bunch of people die. And it's their exploration of the afterlife.
Interesting. Right, that was right.
But not in your like supernatural sort of way,
Right.
but in a very like human sort of way.
That's right. It's a good place, and it's like, oh, there's the bad place, right?
Yeah, there's a good place and a bad place.
I got it. Right. Okay.
And a neutral place.
Really? Is that Earth?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's not.
Is that Purgatory? Or is that where
No.
the Ox King? Not the Ox King. Is it who's the guy that? Is it King Yama, the one that in Dragon Ball Z that like decides if you go to hell?
Yeah, King Yama.
King Yama. Yeah. It's like
It's
waiting in
just-
line there.
Yeah, no, it's just a neutral place. There's a good place, a bad place, and a neutral place. That's it. You already, wherever you've been deposited is the place that you are supposed to end up.
Okay.
That's it. That's all I'm gonna say. Because if I don't want to spoil it, and I feel like the less you initially know going in, like the better it is.
Well, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
What about Love Live?
Oh, Love Live's good. Love Live's just good. That's just wholesome.
Yeah, I've never actually watched it, but I just love the song Snow Halation.
Oh, yeah, no, it's great. It's great. They sing all the time for no reason. It's so much fun.
Yeah, I made a Snow Halation round ball. Do you know Round Ball Rock?
No. What?
The song from the NBA on NBC. You know?
Okay.
Basketball. Give me the ball, cause
That's a deep cut.
It.
I don't watch sports.
That was an SNL thing, but
I don't watch SNL.
yeah, I mean, I don't really either. But...
I don't watch TV.
Okay, well, it's a famous.
I watch anime.
It's like a famous sports theme that the guy who wrote it. I mean, this is a funny story actually. The guy who wrote it, like, he was on vacation somewhere. He called his answering machine and he was like, "All right, here's the first try for the NBA on NBC theme. Da 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 do 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 boo doo boo ba boo doo ba boo doo ba." Like, he literally did that. He played it.
Nice.
He played it one time, like at a show before he performed. And then there was an SNL skit where it's like John Tesh, the guy who wrote the song, and then his brother Dave Tesh, like singing like, you know, basketball over it. It's fucking hilarious. But Snow Halation, I made a mashup of Snow Halation and that song.
Snow Halation's a fun one.
I love that song.
I don't know how that would mash up.
Oh,
You'll have to send me a link later.
yeah, it's not that great, but like Waypoint had a thing with Snow Halation during they had a Save Point stream where they streamed for 36 hours for Trans Lifeline, and every hour at 33 minutes every hour, they would do 3 minutes of donations and listen to a different version of Snow Halation every time.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That's some dedication.
It was amazing.
Dedication to snow halation. Oh my god, Love Live's so pure. But Muse is back. Did you hear? You don't know. Nobody knows. Nobody cares. Muse is back! It's very exciting.
So there's like different idol groups at this. It's like a group of girls that are in high school, right? And they have to like save their high school by becoming idols.
Yes, they're hoping to increase the popularity of their school by becoming popular idols, and then therefore getting people to want to come to their school. So
that sounds like late stage capitalism to me.
Some of the most popular schools in this like version of Japan have very popular like nationally recognized school idol groups. And the thing is, like, for people who are really into idols, like if you know what school the girls from AKB48 go to, you are more likely to go to that school because you want like the chance to be in the same classroom as those girls. It'd be like if like Keanu Reeves was going to the University of Akron or something. And, like, everyone was like, fuck, well, I'm going to go to the University of Akron, because what if I see Keanu Reeves on campus?
So it's just like NYU, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
That's
what
cool.
if I see Lin-Manuel Miranda on the subway, damn it? I gotta move to New York. That kind of shit. It's just like that.
You want to hear something cute? My dad got my mom tickets to Hamilton for their 30th anniversary.
Shout out.
Yeah.
It's a good show. They're gonna like it.
Yeah, in New York.
Brian missed it.
It's gonna be wild.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. You don't like it, Brian?
No, he missed it.
Oh, he missed it.
He did miss it.
I did miss it. I did.
It was sad.
Yes. It's a sore point.
Okay.
I might try and like find an opportunity to see it in the future, but unfortunately it was not meant to be. Yeah. Tegan,
but yeah, you don't care about Muse. I'm gonna tell you about Muse though.
Yeah, I want to hear more about it.
I'm gonna tell you about Muse. So, Love Live School Idol Project, the first season, you follow this group called Muse. Mm-hmm. It's 9 girls. They each represent one of the 9 Greek muses. They call themselves Muse with the Greek symbol because it's cute. Oh God, I love them. And they're all good. They're all good girls, okay? And they all wear like similar outfits, but like in their own like unique color. It's very cute. Very cute. Oh my God. And so they performed they made this group of idols out of girls who could actually sing that they hired to do the voice acting for the show. And then they were like, do you want to see Muse perform live? Here's some tickets. Let's see how it goes. And it like blew up. It blew up. And then, oh God. And then at the end of like Love Live, the first season, they were like, oh, we're going to do a second season of Love Live. And it's going to be called Sunshine. And so like, and it followed a different group of girls who were inspired by Muse. But this time, they auditioned girls to be idols, and then had them voice act in the show. So all the dances for the second group, which are called Aquas, are like much more intense than the girls who do Muse, because Muse are more like vocally intense, where Aquas is dancing and vocally intense. And each group has like a different there are different subunits where like they divide each of the girls into teams of 3, and like that's a subunit. And then there's it's so good. There's just so much stuff. They ended activities in 2016, actually on April 1st, because like God has a sense of humor. And they just announced this week that Muse is coming back and is going to do a performance with Aquas and the girls who are going to be, and they're going to do a performance with the new girls who are going to be joining Love Live in the like new idol girls from the game, who are all girls who have been established in the game, but now they're being promoted to like an actual unit. And the girls from Saint Snow, and who were Aqua's like rival group. And they're gonna do a big show all together in January 2020. And I'm just like, Muse is going to perform at the Olympics.
Yo.
Why would you bring them back in 2020 if you're not going to have them perform at the Olympics? Please.
Snowhalation at the Olympics.
Snow Olympics at the Olympics, yeah! So I feel like there's going to be a small, there's going to be an idol showcase section of the opening ceremony, and it's going to be Muse, AKB48, and Hatsune Miku. I'm calling it.
That sounds truly wild. Holy shit.
It is wild! It is? Oh my god, I can't wait. I'm so excited. And my friends are just like, if there aren't foreigner package tickets, I'm gonna fucking riot. And all I can think is like, it's the Olympics. Of course there are foreigner package tickets, you absolute buffoons. Of course there are. It's the Olympics. But like, damn. That's all I want out of life. I want to see Muse perform because they're so good. And like the lives are really emotional and they'll like stream them in movie theaters and stuff, and it's like, oh, these girls, they're so good. They work so hard and they're so excited to be there. Ugh. Good. So yeah. That's exciting. I'm excited. I can't wait to see Hanayo! I love her! My rice queen!
Did you say your rice queen?
My rice queen!
Okay. Just wanted to make sure.
Hanayo Koizumi, her, like, favorite, they, like, give you, like, facts about all the girls. Her favorite food is rice. And, like, during the show, she talks about rice a lot. Like, she's like, it's so fluffy and soft and what a good staple for every, like, good Japanese meal. And she's just... She just loves rice.
I tried making sticky rice the other day and failed so miserably. Miserably.
The secret to sticky rice is a rice cooker.
Well, I mean, I got one of those, yo. I'm Indian. It's the type of rice that we have at home. That's the problem.
Oh, gotcha.
I use basmati rice. You can't use that.
Yeah, no, that's not gonna work out.
If you're gonna use a long grain rice like South Asians, like you gotta use jasmine rice apparently because that has the right amount of thing. That's what my dad was telling me. But I used the basmati rice and it just came out like regular rice, like you know what I mean.
You're just like, why is this? This is just rice.
Yeah, I was like, all right, whatever.
So
well, man, you gotta flip that rice, dude. Like, I'm gonna take some of my old rice and like put it on a bed of like pork katsu later, because I got these pork tenderloins that've been like calling out to me.
Oh yeah, I mean we always have like rice in the fridge, you know, because we eat a lot of food with rice, you know. So
I respect it.
It's just that's the brown way. Although not when I cook. I cook a lot for the family. I usually just cook meat.
I don't cook.
Well, ever since I showed an interest in cooking, like 5-6 years ago, now that I'm like, 24, my dad, whenever he gets the groceries, he's just like, hey, I bought like a rack of lamb. Hey, I bought like this.
Fuck.
I bought this chicken. Hey, I bought this. You're gonna make dinner this week? Sure.
Fucking Sach, your dad's gonna make me cry. Oh man. Oh.
But then I learned how to make it, so. I learned how to trim, a rack of lamb.
Damn, I really wish my dad had bought me a rack of lamb and told me to cook it for the family.
Aww.
That sounds really dumb. I'm sorry. It's cool. I'm alright.
I'm sorry, Rocky.
Nah, I'm totally fine. It's cool. Fuck. Okay.
I just want more people showing up to places with a rack of lamb.
You know what, Brian? When I come to visit, I will definitely produce a rack of lamb.
Yeah.
I may even cook it there.
Just like, hey, I've got this rack of lamb. Like, especially if it's introduced that way, like, hey, like,
I got this rack of lamb.
Because
you know what
I don't
fucked me
think the
up?
guy at the oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, this one time, when I used to LARP, we went to this like huge like national LARPing camping session or whatever. We called it Clan. They're like different like quote unquote kingdoms that showed up from all over the country. A couple of people came internationally. I think there was like one group from like Australia and like a couple dudes from Japan. And it's just like this huge weekend camping trip. You basically just hang out, you drink, and you like LARP. That's the whole thing.
That's pretty lit.
And Dude, it was. Oh my god. And like the first afternoon when we got there, we were setting up our tents or whatever, and there's this guy who walks up to us, we've never met him before, and he just like walks up and he's like, "Hey, do you guys want some steaks?" And then like me and my friends, we look at each other, it's like, "Oh fuck yeah. Yeah, we definitely want some steaks," right? And then he leaves, and then he comes back like 10 minutes later and he gives us like steaks to like hold down our tents, and we're all just like, "Oh, yeah, that makes sense."
Wrong kind of,
yeah,
fuck.
We broke our own hearts that day, and it's really funny because like periodically we like bring it up to each other. It's like, yeah, do you remember that one time when we met that guy and he offered us steaks and we were just completely wrong about it? It's really dumb. It happened like 5 years ago. Like we talked about it like last week. It was so dumb.
Man,
Yeah, I was saying I don't think the guy at the like the halal meat store is gonna like French the rack of lamb for me, so I had to learn how to do that myself.
I respect it. Gotta learn how to dress your own meat, man.
Yeah. And my mom helps me out. She's like, "What do you need help with?" I'm like, "I don't know if I'm cutting this right."
That sounds dope, Sach. Honestly.
Yeah, I love my family, so.
And Sach is always coming on and bringing the most wholesome content.
Yeah. He's a good dude. He's blessed.
I love you guys. And to you.
Love you too, Sach. Okay, so guys, I think we should talk a little bit about video games.
Sorry.
We are a video game podcast.
Yeah. This is allegedly a video game podcast.
Allegedly. That's where we're at.
Yeah. Impossible Coin, we're more than just dig vitamins.
Gee, what have you been playing this week?
I'm like 30 hours into Digimon, and let me tell you what.
Mm-hmm.
The shit and the fan have finally met.
Digimon what?
Digimon Cyber Sleuth. So, not Cyber Sleuth Hacker's Memory, just Digimon Cyber Sleuth, the first one.
So what is it?
It's, it's a standard turn-based JRPG, but like...
But Digimon?
With Digimon, yeah. Before, I just had a half-cybernetic body, which doesn't make any sense, and my real body was in a coma, and I was just like... I could just, like, jump into people's cell phones and shit, and whatever. Nobody seemed to panic about it. Now we got a problem.
Uh-oh.
The fucking Royal Knights just opened up a portal from the digital world into Tokyo, and now there are kaiju everywhere. And people are just like, there's two kinds of people reacting to this. Honey, please don't go near that bunny monster. I don't know if it'll kill you or not. And the police being like, don't be Digimon, please stop destroying that bus. Please. And people being like, Hey, bud? Hey, Salamon, I know you want to play hopscotch on the crosswalk. However, we're supposed to obey the traffic lights, so, like, we have to actually walk, and I really don't want you to get hit by a car. And the Digimon are just like, I don't know why I'm here, and I'd like to go home and find my friends, please. I'm lost. What is a phone? How do you eat? Please send me home. Where's a computer?
That definitely sounds like a mess.
It is a hot mess. And I was just like, okay, this isn't like I'm wandering around inside like the main building that you hang out in, which is like totally not a shopping mall. And I'm just like, oh, okay, this isn't so bad. And then I like went out into the wild, into Shibuya, and like my 3 ultimate level Digimon are just hanging out behind me, just like they do like when I'm traveling in the digital world. And I'm like, oh. Well, I'm gonna change out my demon Digimon for an angel Digimon so people don't fucking freak out. Not like they're not already freaking out. Also, because of the, like, scale of the game, they had to scale down a bunch of Digimon to, like, fit in with, like, what they've rendered the different areas in. So, like, Metal Greymon is canonically, like, 4 or 5 stories tall. Jesus. But he's, like, barely taller than a bus.
Can you say the name of that Digimon again for me?
Metal Greymon?
Okay.
Well, isn't that just the most fucking iPhoned-it-in name for anything ever?
Well, no, the most iPhoned-it-in name for anything ever of all time is He-Man.
I mean, yeah.
Fucking Fucking shots fired. Let's go.
I mean, also, like, this is Metal Greymon. He's a Greymon covered in metal.
Covered in metal.
Like, I mean, I don't know how much more specific you want to be.
It's like Mecha Godzilla.
Yeah, it's like Mecha Godzilla. He's just Godzilla, but also mech.
But, yeah. But He-Man is definitely lower on that bar.
Yeah, He-Man's just like, I am a dude.
I am a dude.
Dude, man.
It's two things. It's the same thing. It's like when Jay-Z says, money, cash, hoes. It's money and cash are the... Alright, I don't need to do this right now.
No, I feel you, Sach. I'm with you there.
By the power of money, cash, hoes, I am dude guy.
Oh, fuck.
And then you dab, and, like, the trumpets come in.
Oh, fuck. There has to be a trombone. There needs to be a trombone there.
At least one trombone. Preferably two. But yeah, so the shit's totally hit the fan. And it's, great. I have to fight a Royal Knight. I don't know how I'm gonna do that. She's way stronger than I am.
That sounds like fun. I
have to fight, oh god, what's her name? It's not... It's Crusadermon. Crusadermon. God, oh, she doesn't look like she's scary, but oh, fuck, she's scary. Here, I'll send you her. She's scary. Oof.
Whoa, that's badass.
I'm not ready. I'm gonna have to fight her and a bunch of other Royal Knights, and I'm not looking forward to it.
That looks like a fight.
That's yep.
Yeah.
That looks like an endgame Mega Man character. I am worried.
I'm only 30 hours in, and there's still more game to go.
Let's go.
I have to fight her and Dynasmon at some point. Oh, God, I'm not looking. I'm afraid. They're so much stronger than me.
Oh, Dynasmon looks real spooky. I don't want to fight that.
Yeah, he's real spooky. I'm fighting my friend character, the annoying friend character, not the like impertinent I'm a loner friend character, but the like girl who's sort of like original O1 Mimi before she like grew as a character. Like she has Omnimon. Or Omegamon. She has Omegamon, but they keep calling it Omnimon. Like, the text says Omnimon, and she says out of her mouth, Omegamon. And I'm just like, what? Every time. Omegamon is like the Digimon. It's, so in order to get Omegamon, Agumon, or War Greymon and Metal Garurumon have to DNA digivolve, which means, like, they change into...
Yeah, they, like,
they change into DNA, and then they, like, combine together.
I watched
It's not a Jogress Digimon, though. Like, that's a different thing.
Agumon was, the main character's Digimon, right?
Yeah. It was the main character's Pokemon, you are correct. I heard you start to say Pokemon. It's okay.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's Agumon, and it was basically like your main character and your Lancer. Your hero character and your Lancer character, like their Digimon digivolve together into Omegamon. And it's great. It's so good. But like, I'm glad you're on my side, 'cause fuck. But it's not a joint progress. It's not a Jogress Digivolution, because Jogress Digivolutions are where two Digimon of the same level digivolve together and grow up a level. So it'd be like two champions become an ultimate Digimon. Whereas Omegamon is a DNA Digivolution, which is two Megas that then also become a Mega Digimon. But they're just a way stronger Mega Digimon. Okay. Because life's unfair.
Word.
And main characters get all the good shit. But I'm gonna get Seraphimon, so fuck everyone. Seraphimon's great. Seraphimon's my angel boy. My angel boy's boy! I love him! Anyway, yeah. So that's a thing. Omegamon's just, like, also running around. He's like, we have to find the other Royal Knights. And I'm like, no, we don't right now. She kicked my ass. She kicked my ass! And then, like, and I was supposed to lose. Like, I was like, oh, fuck, I'm boned. And then I got her down to half health, and she was like, that's it, and, like, wiped out my whole team. And then Omegamon came, and he's like, I'll fix this. And I'm like, okay. And then I got to, like, play as him, and he fucking kicked butt. And I'm just like, oh, jeez. And he's like, we have to find the Royal Knights and stop them. And I'm like, no, we do not. Everyone died. Like, I cannot do that right now. And so instead, I'm just running around being like, this Chocomon is looking for their Tokomon buddy, and I just gotta go help them find them. Meh. I don't want to fight the big Digimon. I'm afraid. I don't have enough big Digimon. I don't have enough memory for enough big Digimon!
Digimon taught me what the word horny meant.
Really? What?
How? Sorry, that was.
I was at before. Do you guys know what before school is in elementary school? Did you guys have that? Where it's like if your parents had to go in early.
Oh yeah, if your parents like go in really early and they drop you off beforehand, so
and everyone hangs out.
I did that, but it was like it was an after school.
So it was like
program.
as a before school and after. Yeah, that was with both, right? So like in before school, this one kid had like a Digimon toy and it had like a big horn on its head, and this one kid, he was just like, "That's horny. Don't you know what that means?" And then he told me. So yeah. Digimon taught me what horny means.
Okay. It sounds like a human taught you what horny means. But also, like, as Digimon Digivolve, they just, like, first they like, start out round and cute, and then they get, like...
Horny.
They get, like, cool. No, they turn into, like, cooler evolutions of, like, sort of like Pokemon, where, like, okay, yeah, I could see that coming from that thing. And then they just turn into stacked furries, sexy anime ladies, and LARPers. And that's it. Those are 3 types of Mega Digimon. Stacked furries, sexy anime girls, LARPers.
Yeah, I just typed the word Digimon into Google, and basically it returned a result that said, look, 80% of all Digimon content on the internet is people jacking off to this fox lady.
Oh.
Renamon?
Yeah, that's not what I meant by Digimon taught me horny.
I know you're talking about. I don't know what you searched, because when I search Digimon, all I get is, like, the cover art. And a bunch of stuff that's, like, Digimon and Pokemon.
Okay, well, to be fair, I wasn't searching on Google.
Well, yeah,
Oh,
we know.
Yeah, you went to
Brian's
fucking
Google hits
DeviantArt.
different.
You went to fucking DeviantArt. It's okay.
That Google just hit
We
different.
get it.
Not all Googles are equal, man. Brian's using that super secret Google.
He's on that Gazoogle.
The Gazoogle, God.
But then they talked about, there was also like a thing this week where they talked about the Digimon Survive staff came on, like Twitter, and made a video of like, this is the game that we're making and we hope you guys really enjoy it. And I'm really excited! I can't wait! It's gonna be turn-based strategy. It's gonna be like Fire Emblem, but Digimon.
Neat.
I love Digimon, and I love Fire Emblem, so this works out for me.
Oh my god, it's a 14-minute video. Okay, never mind.
Right?
Come back
Yeah,
to that
it's
later.
a very long video, but it's also like the producers and stuff and the art directors like really talking in depth about like what they wanted to bring to this, what they're hoping to like fans get out of it, that kind of stuff. So
It's the best.
It's like a live letter.
The best kind of
yeah,
shit.
Okay.
I love that shit.
because it's been like a year and a half with like, hey, Digimon Survive is a thing that we're doing, and then nothing. Literally nothing.
Oh, wait, that reminds me. Speaking of long videos, you guys have seen like the latest Death Stranding trailer, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you guys know, but I am currently running a contest on my Twitter that whomever can satisfactorily explain what the hell's going on in Death Stranding will get a gourmet home cooked meal from me. But like, there is so much going on. Apparently, you can urinate on command. You can spontaneously create ladders. You have a backpack. Mm-hmm. And like, there's shadow monsters. You can see other people's footprints.
You maybe ate a baby?
Maybe ate a baby. Oh man, that baby just like hooks in. Whatever, baby's on. I can go now. Like, what is this? What's going on?
You just plug in your baby, and then your baby like touches the glass ball and then spins around a bunch.
Also, like, when they plug in the baby, at that point, Norman Reedus has 2 babies attached to him, right? Because there's, like, one that's, like, definitely sitting in his stomach.
I think that the one that was in his stomach is a baby that he was saving. You know?
I think the one that's in his stomach is the baby that he plugs in. He just has to eat it later.
I think earlier he has to eat it, and then he brings it to the like facility, and they're like, "We're gonna remove the baby, and now we're gonna attach it to you, and you're gonna use the bridge baby."
He gets a cesarean section just so he can carry around the baby in an outer womb.
I told you we were developing the technology. Oh man, I can't with Death Stranding. I mean, I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna figure out what's going on. I'm gonna play it. I don't think I'll ever figure out what's going on. I'm trying to come to terms with that.
Look, as long as it's a finished story and not like Metal Gear Solid 5, like I'm happy. Like,
hey, Kojima's not responsible for Metal Gear Solid.
No.
5.
I'm not like trying to shit on him. You know what I mean? Like, I love the game. It's one of my favorite games of all time. You know, but like the ending of that story. Yeah, it was like missing another part, right? I mean, like there's all that content that was they never finished, right?
Do you guys get the impression that Kojima ran out of money on Death Stranding?
No, I don't think so. I think because on Metal Gear Solid 5, they spent a shit ton of money developing the Fox engine, and that took up a lot of their time. And that probably ate up so much of their time and budget and goodwill with Konami. I think a lot of that, and he's using the Gorilla engine this time.
Yeah,
and I think,
but he also had a considerably smaller budget. And the thing that makes me wonder that the reason I speculate that he ran out of money is, when's the last time we heard him talking about a PC version of this game? Which is the thing that is supposed to exist.
I literally do not know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think the last time we heard him invoke the PC version of Death Stranding was like 2+ years ago. And when we got the big weird info dump earlier this week, the info dump with no info except for a release date. That's not fair. I guess we got a little bit more insight into like what gameplay looks like.
Yeah.
But when we got the thing, I'm pretty sure it was presented as a PlayStation exclusive. Like,
I think it is a PlayStation exclusive.
Yeah, like I feel like at some point the PC version stopped
I don't
existing.
know if he ever said anything about a PC version.
No, like
no, that was definitely said at some point.
Yeah.
But also, like, there are games that have definitely, like, focused specifically on a console release and followed up with a PC release later.
Well, the game is
the
game is being published by Sony.
Well,
yeah.
And the idea was always that, like, Kojima was going to self-publish the PC version and the console version was going to be published by Sony. But it really looks like, from where I'm sitting, is that there is no more PC version. So I'm wondering if what happened was he got to a point where he needed more money, and Sony said, look, we're prepared to write that check, but you must pay the blood price.
I mean, I know that there's, like, a deal for PlayStation exclusivity for some period. We're not sure how long that period is.
I know that from talking to some devs that they kind of fuck people on that sometimes, and they like I heard secondhand that Night in the Woods had like issues with that, with getting it out on Switch, not Switch, but getting it out on PC and stuff because of Sony, then the money that they were getting and stuff like that. Also, some other games that I don't remember the names of that this dev and I were talking about, but yeah, he was just telling me that Sony and some other companies sometimes they get when they give the cash for some.
But like y'all realize that like Kojima finished Metal Gear Solid, got fired, tried to start another, or got fired, started another game, got let go again, ended up fully creating Death Stranding in the time it took Square Enix to release 2 Final Fantasy VII trailers.
Yeah, like
dude's been on a trip.
He's definitely been grinding. This game looks like a full 7-year dev cycle game. It came out in 3 years. I mean, they inherited.
That's what I'm saying.
An engine,
that engine,
which is a big deal.
That's a big engine. From what I understand, that tech behind that Guerrilla engine is really powerful. It's especially in terms of rendering and stuff like that. The way they do really fascinating things, hiding objects that go behind other objects. I mean, this is probably completely inconsequential, but it's a cool thing that these objects are when they go out of your vision, even though they're still in the technically, behind a rock. If a squirrel goes behind a rock, it just completely goes away and then it comes back on the other side. It's not still it's something like that. It was really interesting and just ways that the rendering pipeline is really powerful and well done. I think he's able to he definitely has a lot of talent behind him, and he probably has a lower budget, but I think he's probably hungry, and he's working with people who are hungry to just make something, you know what I mean, and not
right
take forever for it to come out. Possibly that would be my take on it. I mean, I don't know.
Around the time Monster Hunter World came out, because they did announce that it was going to be on PS4, Xbox, and PC, but they went radio silent on the PC version for 6 months.
Right.
I think, and they didn't say anything about it when it came out in January, and they didn't talk about it for a very long time until about June when they said that it was going to come out in August, conspicuously 6-7 months after the initial release. I'm pretty sure it'll come up. I don't think the PC release is dead. I think they're just going quiet on it because they're focusing on the PlayStation release because they probably really need that PlayStation release to do well.
Right.
I could see that.
Well, speaking of Monster Hunter World.
Yeah, Iceborne's just they're teasing out little stuff. Showing how the new claw mechanic, how you can grapple onto enemies, and characters are getting new moves, and the new moves look dope. I'm really excited for what they're doing with dual blades. You get some of the aerial combos that showed up on the DS games, and I know Greatsword and Charge Blade are getting a pretty huge buff. Sword and Shield is still going to be really cool, and I'm having fun watching them trickle out content like this. Still want to see Tigrex though. We'll probably have to wait till E3. See how that goes.
What is Tigrex?
Tigrex is it's a quadrupedal monster. It scurries around and has this gnarly spin move. It's one of the bigger walls in high rank.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just a fun monster to fight because it's so mobile, and it has a really interesting pattern that isn't replicated in Monster Hunter World. There's a lot of monsters that they try to copy over. Zinogre's not in it, which breaks my heart because it's my favorite monster. But it's not in the game. But there's a monster that has its moveset, Tobi Kadachi, which is this giant lightning squirrel. But there isn't quite anything like Tigrex, so we just don't have the experience of fighting it. So it being in this game would be really cool. And they teased it because in the trailer where they showed a lot of the Iceborne stuff, they played Tigrex's roar at the end of it. That's how big of nerds we are about the stupid game. We know how they roar, and but they haven't showed it on screen, and I really want to see it on screen.
So
see what they do with the Tigrex.
Have they added new weapons and stuff, or is it just the same weapons?
It's still the same weapons. I mean, there's 13 of them. The numbers are essentially going to go up, and you'll have access to I guess different elemental combinations and stuff. But every weapon is getting retuned for the new expansion, and they're adding new moves to each of them.
Okay. Well, what's your weapon of choice?
I tend to fight with dual blades because I like the speed of it.
Yeah.
And really, it was just at first when I played the game, all the other weapons seemed too slow for me to actually play. Now I play a couple of things, but I main dual blades because I spent the most time with it, something 600 hours. but I play a lot of bowgun. Like, I like the heavy bowgun, especially like the Rambo, like, machine gun clip you get to use. I use a lot of bow, because it's also really mobile. But I've been trying to, like, get into, like, lance, because, like, I'm really bad about playing, like, defensively. Because, like, with dual blades and, like, bow, you can kind of just dash in and out of most things. But there are some things that would just be much easier if I could just stand there and block. And, like, all the weapons I use don't really have a block function. And so, like, I'm trying to, like, widen my skill set before, like, Iceborne gets here. But we'll see how that goes.
Word.
Yeah. That's most of what I've been playing. Except for, like, Darkest Dungeon. But that run is still really young. I mean, someone did die in the first hour. But, like, you know.
On PC?
No, I'm playing on Switch, actually. Like,
I've got it on Switch, but I don't know. It's hard for me to play with a controller in that game, I feel like.
It's like the controller mechanics aren't super, like, intuitive. I'm playing with, like, a pro controller.
Yeah.
Like, instead of the Joy-Cons. But I've played, like, just straight up on touch, and, like, touch is also really, like, intuitive on that game.
I didn't know that they had touch, so I should probably try that out.
Yeah, you can control the whole game, like, just by touching various ports on the screen. It's actually really nice. Yeah, I'm naming all the characters after people I know. I haven't named anyone on the show yet, but I'm naming each character I get after someone I know, and if they die, then I'll eulogize them, and I'm trying to keep a Twitter thread going where I do that.
Nice.
So Brian, what's going on in Hearthstone, man?
They're doing something they've never done before.
Mm-hmm.
They are buffing cards.
And that sounds really weird to me, because I'm used to, I guess, like, continuous patching, like in League of Legends, where they will routinely buff and, like, nerf various characters, but you're telling me they just never buff cards in, like, Hearthstone?
Yeah, like, we've had card nerfs before,
mm-hmm.
but we've never had card buffs. And so, like, they announced that they are going to be effective June the 3rd, which is weird, too, because normally they do, like, significant content changes on Wednesdays. But on June the 3rd, Monday, 18 cards are getting changed. So it's not like we're buffing a card or two. They're fucking buffing 18 cards.
That's a lot of cards.
It's a lot of fucking cards.
And this patch is just all buffs? Like, there's no nerfs at all, like, mixed in?
Nope, there are no nerfs. And even more wild, all of the buffs are from, like, one specific card set that came out last year. So it's all cards from the expansion called the Boomsday Project.
Oh, okay.
So they're buffing all this stuff from Boomsday, and they're like, and they said that, like, there were some archetypes that we saw that we envisioned happening, and we saw some, like, decks that we thought were going to happen, but they didn't. And we think that these archetypes will happen with the changes that we've made. And I'm like, okay, all right, like, so I'm curious as to what they think is going to happen with these changes. Looking at the changes, like, there's one change that they've made, which I'm willing to call straight up fucking stupid. There's a card for Rogue called Pogo Hopper. Pogo Hopper is currently a 2-mana card. Its stat line is 1 attack, 1 health. Battle Cry, gain 2/2 for every other Pogo Hopper you have played this game. Now,
that's a current stat.
Yes.
Okay.
So the trick is to find ways of replaying Pogo Hoppers and adding a zillion pogo hoppers to your deck. So that way, by the time that you're like playing like your 11 billionth pogo hopper, your opponent just throws himself into the sea.
I can't wait to just throw myself into the sea. It's my favorite thing to do.
Wait, isn't that game coming out like in July? Like Sea of Solitude, I think.
Yes, yeah, that finally got a release date. But what they're changing the pogo hopper to is now a 1 mana 1/1 with a battle cry gain 2/2 for every.
Right.
Yeah, so I'm like, it makes it that much easier to come up with like ridiculous combos with this thing. And I'm just like, what you doing? What you doing, y'all? Like the other stuff that they're doing, I think is like makes more sense. Like there's a card called Gloop Sprayer, which like
Gloop Sprayer.
Yes, Gloop Sprayer.
Nice.
Gloop Sprayer is currently an 8 mana 4/4, so the stats are bad. But its battle cry is summon a copy of each adjacent minion.
Alright.
Okay.
Yeah. But he's also 8 mana, which means that it's like it's hard
really
to
expensive.
it's hard to put together combos which use it effectively. So they're pushing it down to 7, so that way it should see more play. So what I see happening is a Gloop Sprayer Mulch Muncher combo happening. That's what I anticipate. Because the Mulch Muncher is another Druid specific card, which it's an 8/8, and it previously the base cost was 10, but it cost 1 less for every tree ant that has died during the game. So you kill a bunch of tree ants and you make your Mulch Muncher cost like nothing. You drop a couple Mulch Munchers and then Gloop Spray them, which means that you've got like a board full of 8/8s and you're like, fuck all y'all. So that seems a lot more conceivable now. Like that's a thing that could happen.
Okay.
And they're reducing the base cost of the Mulch Muncher as well from 10 to 9 mana. So like, in addition to like buffing 18 cards, they're also like just introducing a new fucking legendary minion and just giving it to everybody. They're just like, everybody gets Snip Snap. Which is a mech, a 3 mana mech.
I thought that
stat
was a
line
joke.
is 2. What's that?
I thought that was a joke. Like I thought you were saying, like, oh, everyone gets Snip Snap. You know, they just get whatever.
No, everybody gets Snip Snap. It's a 3 mana 2/3 mech whose card reads Magnetic Echo Death Rattle. Summon 2 1/1 microbots. So because Snip Snap is magnetic and costs 3 mana, you could like sit there on like turn 9 and just like play Snip Snap onto itself 2 more times. So that way you have something that when it eventually dies, will summon 6 1/1 microbots. So that's neat.
Well, but like, what do you do with microbots? 1/1s in like turn 10.
Yeah, well, the important thing about like mechs is the keyword magnetic.
Mm-hmm.
So like when you take a card which is magnetic, you can stick it onto an existing mech, and then it gets that mech's stat line. So like,
Oh, right.
right. So you've got your 1/1 who's already in play, and he's already legal, and he can already attack. And then, like, let's say you take a 5/5 mech who's magnetic and stick it onto the 1/1. Now you've got a 6/6 that doesn't have to wait. It can attack immediately. So the important thing about mechs is that they're mechs, which means that you can stick all the magnetic bullshit to them.
Okay. Yeah.
So you want to clear those 1/1s, otherwise people are going to stick magnetic stuff on them.
Okay.
Yeah, which kind of means like kill this thing and then hopefully have AoE. Otherwise, shit's gonna happen. Also, since Snip Snap is a neutral legendary, it'll synergize well with a couple different classes. I expect you'll see some Snip Snap and Paladin, probably some Snip Snap Hunter. The other thing is weird is that they're backdating what set Snip Snap is part of. They're like, Snip Snap is a Boomsday Project card, which means it rotates out next year, not 2 years from now. And I'm like, that's weird, but I guess nobody can really bitch since you're just giving everybody this card for free. So, all right, I guess we've got Snip Snap for a year. Okay. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how like buffs will change the meta. It still definitely feels like Hearthstone is finding its direction since like some key designers for the game left the game and are off doing their own thing now.
Well, I mean, I guess like in a world without buffs, like adding them now is definitely like indicative of a culture shift because like nerfs are generally you want to tell people use this less.
Right.
Which is an entirely different statement than play this more.
Yep.
Because like, use this less, like, means that, like, you can find your own options, find your own responses to it. But play this more means that, like, I want you to play this because I made it stronger just for you is, like, a lot more aggressive, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I mean, I wish that these group of designers were more comfortable doing what Broad and company would do in the past, which is they see something happening in the meta, they want to influence what's happening in the meta. So as opposed to, buffing cards, because they always said that like buffs and nerfs should be tools of last resort, which is why like when they were running the show, nerfs were very, very uncommon. What they were more likely to do would be to, in the next expansion, introduce tech cards that speak to a problem. Where it's like, okay, so this is what's going on in the meta. How about we build tools for addressing it? And, like, things that'll punish people who are going for these particular deck archetypes. Like, back in the early days of Hearthstone, like, Miracle Rogue was everywhere. But, like, Miracle Rogue required spells to be cheap in order for you to pop off your miracle. So they introduced a legendary card, Lotheb, and his stat line was like 5/5, and he cost 6, but his battle cry reads, enemy spells cost 5 more mana next turn. So that meant that when it came time for the Miracle Rogue to pop off their miracle, they couldn't because the spells are too expensive. Which meant that it started requiring those guys to have to put more defensive tools into their decks, which meant that they didn't have room for the miracle anymore. Yeah, so, like, building tech cards is always, like, a more attractive idea, because you don't want to just, like, throw away these tools that you've designed, which are, individually part of, like, possible interesting deck design, but when people are like, oh no, this thing is happening, let's just destroy all the tools.
Yeah, like it's as opposed to like power creep or like erasure, like it builds like a wider ecosystem.
Yeah,
that's kind of cool. I dig that.
So, I mean, we'll see. Like, I'm optimistic because they've never tried buffs before. They've only nerfed. So, and they've done a lot of like nerfing, like basic and standard cards out of existence, which is kind of like left a sour taste in my mouth. So. This is kind of the other end of that, so expect next week for Brian to either have a I'm disappointed or I'm happy report from Hearthstone.
That sounds about like the options that we're going to get.
Yep. Speaking of things that are disappointing, would anyone like to talk about the news?
Well, real quick before we do that, I had a question for Rocky.
Yeah.
Did you see that Shang Tsung trailer for Mortal Kombat? I don't know. Do you play Mortal Kombat? I know you play fighting games.
I don't play a lot of Mortal Kombat. I did see the Shang Tsung trailer.
Yeah. We got the Yuji Takawa from the OG Mortal Kombat movie doing the voice, for those who don't know. But
doing all the fan service in that trailer.
Yeah. although it makes me sad that it means that we're definitely not getting Rain or Ermac or who else did he turn into? Someone else. He turned into another
ninja.
Reptile? What?
Doesn't he turn into like classic OG Reptile as well?
Was it Reptile? I think. Okay, I know. I saw Rain. I remember Rain and Ermac specifically. Rain was one of my favorites as a kid, just because he's Purple Rain. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Anyway, I just wanted to ask you about that because that was an interesting trailer.
I'm interested. Like, I hope it turns out well. Like, I mean, MK11 has definitely had some trouble finding some footing lately. I'm actually really excited for, like, the Grand Blue fighting game because the beta's going on right now, and it looks really good.
People were talking about that. Yeah, like, MK11 was looking a little bit dicey because Sonic Fox was just, like, so head and shoulders above everyone else for the first couple weeks. Like, he was just, like, he was going into tournaments just, like, playing different characters, like trying out different people. You know what I mean? Like, just fucking around. Let me play, whoever. And
he's like blowing up people anyways.
Yeah, right. And but he lost actually at Combo Breaker to Scar in the grand finals, and that was actually a really, really fun set.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, now to the depressing stuff.
I kind of want to dwell in the depressing stuff for just a moment because it's a chance to, I guess, pitch hashtag upcoming content. The reason I never pulled the trigger on MK11, even though I wanted to pull the trigger on MK11, is that I couldn't reconcile the stuff I was reading about labor practices.
NetherRealm.
And NetherRealm development. Yeah. Later this month, Impossible Coin is going to be sitting down with friend of the show, Dave Lang, again. This time with a focus on healthy labor practices in the video game industry. How to run a studio without killing your people.
Right.
Yeah. Why this shit is a revelation is sad, but I'm glad that friend of the show, Dave Lang, is like, you can make video games without killing people.
Seriously.
Yeah. So good on him, and we'll be recording that towards the end of the month. So look for that hashtag content.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Now, on to stuff that makes us sad. So, a former Rockstar employee has shared a story of their sexual assault by an executive.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So, Barrera left Rockstar in December, and at the time it felt kind of weird because normally when you're a C-level executive and you leave a company, usually there's like a press release where they talk about like thanking you for years of service, et cetera, et cetera. And we didn't get those things at the time, which was kind of unusual, but like whatever. I mean, this is also the same company that like locked a fucking founder out of the building and did weird things with his shares in the company.
We need the Benz.
Remember that?
Oh God. We need the Benz.
We need
until
the
we
Benz.
don't. So, Colin Bunshow, who is new to Rockstar, was at like a company event, which was being held in a nightclub. And Barrera like grabbed Bunshew's thigh and tried to get him to sit on his lap, and Colin Bunchu said that like he felt like at the time, you know, when he was being groped, that he didn't have a lot of choices, that if he showed his dismay or his lack of consent, that he would lose his job. But he also didn't want to get groped or touched, and that he's like, that he really felt like that he was in a situation where he was trying to make a decision where should he be essentially performing a lap dance to keep his job. So good job, video games. He groped him later in the same night. Bunchu then left the nightclub. Other Rockstar employees saw it, and it was reported to Rockstar's HR department. And like all good HR departments, they do what HR departments do. They investigated the claim and dismissed the claim, despite the fact that Barrera initially said, "I don't remember," and then later saying, "No, it didn't happen."
Fuck Toby.
What's that, Sach?
I said fuck Toby.
Yep.
HR.
Multiple Rockstar employees spoke to Kotaku under condition of anonymity, saying that they would not involve or trust the company's HR division to mediate a serious issue, and that they would not want to rock the boat by drawing attention to themselves.
Oh my fucking god. This is...
Okay, like, just based on volume, and, like, I still feel like for the last rolling 12 months, Gearbox is ahead for, like, sleazier, shittier plays. But, like, man, every time Rockstar shows up, they sure do fucking make an impression, don't they? Like, you remember last October when they were bragging about Crunch?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I do remember that.
God.
But, like, I feel like Rockstar, and I might be wrong, but from what I've understood, from what we've heard about, like, Gearbox just mostly seems to be Randy Pitchford being a shithead, but, like, Rockstar, like, had, like, has the Hauser brothers, and then they also have Geronimo Barrera, who apparently was, like, their sergeant-at-arms, which, like, coalesced into, like, a systematic hostile work environment. Like, I think Rockstar is still worse here. I mean, if you want to put, like, Barrera or the Hauser brothers versus, like, Pitchford, it's probably not going to shake out in either of their favors. But, like, as far as, like, companies, I think, given the circumstances, I probably would rather work at Gearbox than Rockstar, because Rockstar's problems seem systematic.
I have a dark observation, Rocky.
Oh.
It could just be that abuse and hostile culture is systematic in the video game industry, and that we just have more frequent and louder acknowledgement from Gearbox because Pitchford is an idiot and a loud idiot. Like, we didn't really have a lot of window into what was going on at NetherRealm until very, very recently, where people were like, hey, NetherRealm is not a great place to work because it's awful.
It's like a bad environment.
Yeah, and, like, Ed Boon seems like everybody's, like, very cool uncle, and...
Yeah, that makes me so... dude, I can't watch those, like, the combat casts they used to have. They have where they do the Twitch stream. I can't watch those, man. Or even when you see like the guys on the Reddit, they'll do these posts, and I feel so bad for them, man. Like I remember right around the time the PC version was having a lot of trouble, and the PS4 and Xbox, whatever. You know, this guy he posted some comment on the official, cause the official NetherRealm has a social media person who talks to the MK subreddit about updates and things of that sort. And someone commented, you know, like what happened? I paid $60, blah blah blah, whatever, right? And he's like, look, man, we're working as hard as we can, you know, blah blah blah. And it was like it was like Saturday or something. I'm like thinking, like, fuck, yo, like, how many people are like in the office right now still on the Saturday, like, busting their ass, like, being yelled at by some guy because like, you know, whatever, you know. I can't fucking, I don't know, pissed me off.
Yeah, it just, I mean, on one hand, like, obviously everything about Randy Pitchford is the worst. On the other hand, I guess at least he has the decency to not hide the fact that he's a goddamn Dracula.
I don't think we get to count that as decency, Brian.
No, but I'm mad. Like, I'm the right age to feel fucking wounded by hearing the things about Netherrealm, because like I remember being a teenager and, you know, reading about Ed Boon and thinking that Ed Boon was the coolest guy in the fucking universe.
Well, I'm with you on that, even though I wasn't a teenager at the time. I mean,
yeah,
I grew up like a huge Mortal Kombat fan. I mean, I played Mortal Kombat Trilogy, which was a crappy game, but I had that on the N64. And when I was a kid, I used to read all about Mortal Kombat on Wikipedia, and I used to always like look up all this stuff, and I knew about all the lore and Ed Boon and John Tobias, and you know, I knew about all the, you know, Dan Forden, and I was like, you know, I knew all the things, and I would I don't know, my grandpa in India, for some reason he had MK4 on his PC, and I would just play that, you know, like back when I was a little kid, and just like stuff like that, just like coming to this point, it hurts a lot for sure. Yeah, I mean, I'm speculating here, but I think working around cultures like that is partially what, you know, at Midway it could possibly be a reason why what inspired Dave so much. You know what I mean? Because he was part of a separate team, you know. But I don't want to necessarily, you know, speak on that in a specific way or anything like that.
No, I get it. Like, I know that a lot of these stories are popping up, and I don't know. I feel like it's a bit more pervasive than we ever thought it was. I don't think it's systematic. Because, I mean, there's still really bright spots. Well, some of them are getting dimmer, like Blizzard. But there are still teams that are being very productive, that are actually putting out good work. And while they may have their dark spots, like NetherRealm does. Because, like, NetherRealm, like, once again, it's not everybody, which is the weird thing. Like, it's specifically, like, contract workers. Like, all the, like, salaried, like, in-house, like, NetherRealm people, like, they're having a great time. They have wonderful work environments, for what I'm seeing. But the expose that came out, like, a couple months ago, that was specifically saying, like, the reason, or they implied that the reason, like, the in-house NetherRealm people have it so good is because they really bully their contract workers.
And that's I think what Brian means, though, as in terms of it being a systemic thing, because I think that's a problem around I don't think that just happens in NetherRealm. I mean, that happens everywhere.
Right.
That's, like, the biggest thing, right? Especially in California, where independent contractors, I believe, you know, through some sort of labor laws, because they're skilled workers who work in, they're considered skilled technical workers. They are not allowed to be paid overtime and things of that nature for their work.
Right.
I don't know how it is in Illinois, but I know in California they have certain laws like that. So like companies do a lot of like exploitation of those laws. I mean, dude, the EA spouse was 15 years ago. Like, that was 15 years ago.
Yep.
Like, this has been happening for, 30 years probably, right? Since the industry has
Something
become,
like that.
It's just that people feel more, I don't know. I mean, as regulations on what companies need to compensate their workers with, and pay their employees a fair wage, tends to go down. I don't know.
I mean, I guess actually it's been going on longer, even longer than that,
yeah, right.
Because the whole reason that like Activision got founded,
you're right, as Atari, right?
Yeah, because like guys who were working at Atari who were game developers went to Nolan Bushnell and were like, our work conditions suck, And he said, "You're no more important than the person putting the cartridge in the box on the line."
Garbage. That's a garbage take.
Yeah, well, that's why Atari's not around anymore.
Rich men are garbage.
And so, like, not only does that, like, disregard the value of the human being on the line, putting the fucking cartridge in the box, like, it also, like, disregards the, like, basically, fuck you, Nolan Bushnell.
Yeah.
Which I believe is a thing we've said on this show before.
Yeah, came up before.
I think it was during our hot tub talk, when we were talking about Nolan Bushnell in the hot tub.
Yes.
But, like, I mean, that is how long and how shitty this industry has been, has been shitty, is that, like, Activision Publishing is a company that got started to treat game developers fairly and eventually became Activision. Like, it became the, like, 9 billion pound gorilla in the room that comes in and like, hey, we're here to fuck up Blizzard's culture, which you can expect of us because we're Activision. Mm-hmm. We're not the Activision from 1978 where people are like, oh, thank God, there's some other place to go like that treats people fairly. I'm going to go be at Activision. Like, it's fucking wild. It's terrible.
It's all bad, dude.
Why is this such a carny business?
It's...
What? Are you asking why rich men are garbage?
Yeah, I mean it's like that's less of a question of like why is video games. I think it's more that we specifically focus on that and we have such passion for that, and when these stories come out in this industry, we pay a special attention to it. But I mean, like, you know, labor regulations across the board have been eroded, you know, since the 80s, as you know, Reagan destroyed unions pretty much, and you know, we are in a place where it's hard for non-rich people to not stay that way, you know? Because I'm sorry if that was like not articulate, but you know what I mean.
I'm with you. I feel like there's a good segue here for something which isn't one of our stories, but feels relevant to what we're talking about right now, which is something that just passed the California State House this week. An independent contractor law, which is...
wow.
Yeah. It's going to the Senate, and hopefully it'll pass. But it'll make it so that that it'll be a lot harder for companies to designate a worker as an independent contractor, because they would need to prove that their work isn't integral to not integral, but central to the company's functions.
Yep.
And there were two more that I can't remember off the top of my head. But that one was the important one because like companies like Uber that like has basically all their drivers listed as independent contractors, but if there are no drivers, Uber doesn't work. They can't call them independent contractors anymore. And so they'd have to treat them like employees.
And it was really interesting because I was reading about all of the industries that will be, you know, materially impacted in the state of California. And it's like, okay, so like Uber and Lyft are definitely, you know, Uber, Lyft, DoorDash, all of these are like central targets. You know, as are, the home rental, like gig apps, like the
Airbnb type thing.
Yeah. Because there is no Airbnb without these other people's fucking houses. But like something which also was mentioned
wrestling,
in
right?
Some of the pieces. Oh, I thought so too, Sach. But the way that the law is written is that the business has to be incorporated in the state of California.
Yes.
Yeah. So like their primary target is the tech industry.
That's good. That's still, you know,
it's a big win.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I was like, I'm like, oh fuck, they coming for Vince. Like, no, they're not coming for Vince. But this is going to impact like the gig economy in the state of California.
Right.
It's also going to attack the existing abuse of contract labor by the video game industry because video game contractors do not pass California's 3-part test. Just because, like, if you hire a bunch of contractors to do crunch to get your game out the door, the game doesn't exist without the contractors.
Right.
Which means they fail part 1 of the 3-part test, which means you're like, all right, so there we go. These are employees now. The other part, which was kind of like revelatory, is that like this means that strippers can't be. Yes. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So good on you, California. I hope this thing passes to the Senate. I hope this thing gets passed. This feels like a win.
Also, the fun thing about it is that companies like Uber and Lyft, Instacart, Airbnb that are based in California, if they have to change the way that they do business in California, they will likely end up changing how they do business across the country.
Right.
Because they don't want to they don't want to have to draft different terms to interact with the rest of the country. Right. So and the idea is that it'll likely have some sort of ripple effect.
Uber's got that IPO and all that shit, right? So that was a big part of this that that helped to push them over the edge for the strike, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That IPO is not going well for them also. Whatever.
Nice.
Well, I'm exhausted. The world is exhausting. Tegan, what have you got?
Well, the good news is the Pokemon Company does want you to put yourself first.
Because they're putting your data first.
Yeah, they're using their knack for... They're using your cell phone's knack for accumulating your data and your willingness to share it to good use. Because they've announced so many things! Where do we start with? Okay, so I guess we're gonna start with Pokemon Home. So I guess we gotta start with, hey, if you didn't know, there was a Pokemon press conference last week. Not a Nintendo Direct, a press conference. It had all of the joy and enthusiasm of a typical Japanese press conference, which is none.
People shook hands.
Yeah, right, exactly. People shook hands, they went on stage, they bowed politely in front of the camera a little bit, you know, when they were introducing each other and said, thank you for having me sort of things. You know, typical, polite people. Psh, whatever. Anyway, but then they started talking about Pokemon stuff, but not Pokemon stuff the inner workings of the company, but Pokemon stuff stuff we can look forward to that isn't gonna be, it's probably gonna be touched on in the Pokemon Direct, but not the same. Anyway, so the first thing they announced is Pokemon Home, which is like Pokemon Bank, but it's a cloud service app, and you can put Pokemon in the Pokemon Home from your Pokemon Bank, Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, and Sword and Shield, and Pokemon Go. And you can trade Pokemon from your Pokemon Home. And it's gonna come in early 2020 for iOS and Android. So there's that. And then they said they're also making a new mobile game called Pokemon Masters, which is, it allows you to do what they called a new type of Pokemon battling on the go, and features famous Pokemon trainers from the games. It's supposed to be a casual game, but also very uniquely Pokemon, and we'll get more information about that in June. So that's probably gonna come out around, E3 and stuff. They told us there's going to be a new Pokemon Detective Pikachu game for the Switch with a different ending from the movie. So there's that.
I haven't seen it. Have you guys saw it, right? I didn't get to listen to it.
Yes.
You guys did a review episode. I didn't get to listen to it, but
we did. It's very good.
Yeah.
It's spoilerific.
Okay. I do know what happens at the end. So I know it made me want to watch it even more, so.
Okay. We talk a lot about the things. The Pokemon Shirts service that's currently only available in Japan will be coming to the US and Europe in the future. So there's that. Pokemon Quest is going to bring Pokemon to China sometime in the next year, which is going to be cool, and hopefully will allow them, the Pokemon Company, to bring more games to China. And then they announced Pokemon Sleep, which is a new mobile game, or it's going to be a mobile game from the Pokemon Company that tracks your sleep cycle, the time you spend sleeping, when you wake up, and it gives you rewards in Pokemon Go. You can use it just with your phone by resting your phone on your bed, or you can purchase what's called a Pokemon Go Plus Plus, which connects to Pokemon Sleep, and that you can put on your bed. It uses an accelerometer to track your time sleeping and sends the information to your phone via Bluetooth. And it has the same functions as the original Pokemon Go Plus, so you can use it with Pokemon Go during the day, and then with Pokemon Sleep at night. And it's gonna come in 2020. Yay! Pokemon, go home and sleep! Pokemon, go take a walk. Pokemon, eat 3 meals a day. Pokemon, maybe you should stop falling in love with people who are emotionally unavailable. You know, Pokemon's just out here really looking out for us. They care. Well, they care about us because... I, for one,
welcome our new Pokemon overlords.
Yeah, right? They care about us because we print them money. And you know what? Fair. Fucking fair. If I can look super good in a custom print Bulbasaur shirt at a business meeting, and then play Pokemon Go in my office, and then go home and take a nap with my Bulba buddy on my little bed, and he can tell me how well I'm sleeping, then good. Like, that's fine. Please give me Pokemon cooking where I can make real meals for me and my Pokemon in real life, and we can eat together. And then maybe I'll fucking be a functional, healthy human being instead of someone who has a fucking Red Bull Summer Edition Beach Breeze for breakfast. Fuck. Jesus. Thank you, Pokemon, for taking care of my health and mental well-being.
So, I kind of want to see if I can make a Pokemon, like, trading exchange using, like an in-house network of, like, Pokemon homes.
Ooh.
Yeah, so you just, like, get enough people at Pokemon Home, and you basically run, like, an inventory of Pokemon, and then, like, you, I guess, like, broker exchanges of, like, long-distance trades. That could be something neat to do. I don't know if there's any profit in it, but it sounds like something that could be fun.
Well, I mean, with traded Pokemon in the games, like, once you traded a Pokemon, you couldn't trade it again. So you wouldn't be able to do, like, a chain of trades.
I thought you could just keep trading Pokemon.
Because they gave that Pokemon to you. You're supposed to take care of it. It's their most valued Pokemon. And then you release it in the wild, because fuck them.
What?
You can you can retrade Pokemon that have been traded to you.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can. Maybe not in home, or like with Bank. I don't know about
Bank
that much.
I mean, maybe not. I don't know about Pokemon Go. I'm talking about
you can't
I'm talking
in
about
Pokemon
real Pokemon
Go.
games.
Yeah, I know for sure you can't in Pokemon Go.
Okay, but like if you move a Pokemon to like Pokemon Bank, and then like you trade from the bank, maybe they could like continue that restriction. Maybe that's something they'll do.
Yeah, you can, because they track who the original trainer was. Mm-hmm. So, like, they can tell if you're, I assume with Pokemon Home, they'll be able to tell, like, if you've set up a home with multiple devices, like, that are your game. So you'd be able to trade, like, throughout your game, no problem. But if you received a traded Pokemon in Pokemon Go, like, say I traded you, like, a Mr. Mime, and you know someone else who needs a Mr. Mime, you wouldn't be able to trade the Mr. Mime I traded you to them. Because I'm not you, you know?
Yeah, I get that. Well, I want to look into it. Okay, because I know that, like, trade routes is a thing that shows up in other games with, like, trading. And, like, I know, what is the... Because I know Pokemon, I think in the 4th gen, that's the one where they went, like, fully online, and you were able to trade with anyone around the world. And
they also let you Wonder Trade, which is just like, let's throw it out in the world and see what the fuck comes back.
Wonder trading was actually kind of fun. Like, I remember, like, especially when I was breeding and for, like, a particular, like, IV spread, and it was just like, yeah, I got, like, 1 billion, like, growlets, and I don't have enough love for all of them, so I'm just going to trade them for stuff and see what I get.
Right.
I just want to put my face on Growlithe.
Growlithe has the awesome, like, simultaneous soft and warm look.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, if you get a Growlithe, you know you're going to be a police officer, so, like, that's cool.
You already have a career.
Wait.
That's not cool.
We're damning people to being fucking cops because they got a Pokemon?
You get to be a good Poke Cop, though. You get to fight Team Rocket and shit. It's a good deal.
Yeah, well, like, all Officer Jennies have Growlithes, although not all Growlithe users are Officer Jennies.
True.
But if you have a Growlithe, you can always become an Officer Jenny. That's the Pokemon guarantee.
Yep. It's just like if you have a Chansey or an Audino, you can be a Pokemon Nurse Joy.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be a Nurse Joy. Can I be a Nurse Joy?
Yeah, you can be a Nurse Joy. Whatever.
I just want to wear a cute pink dress! 10 floof.
Oh, man. Oh, right. But, like, Pokemon, maybe not Pokemon Home, but definitely Pokemon Sleep in concert with Pokemon Go. I can't prove it at the moment, but I do remember there was a news story that was about how Japan was trying to keep costs down for their, like, socialized healthcare. And, like, there was, like, people who were trying to, like, measure, like, your weight, like, in the street or, like, your waistline or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But they couldn't do anything prescriptive about it. That was the thing. Like, they just, like, measure your waistlines, like, and they, like, take notes on it or whatever and add it to your file. And, like, I feel like Pokemon Go and now Pokemon Sleep might be something that they're using to try to keep down costs, because, like, those costs are only going up in Japan. Their population is aging. The birth rate is not keeping up with, like, the death rate, with mortality rates. And it's just like, I don't know what they're going to do. So, like, I think, like, the Pokemon company is actually trying to save Japan. I don't know if that'll work, but I'm really interested to see how it actually plays out.
Well, it's also really neat because, like, Pokemon Go did get a lot of otherwise, like, mostly stagnant
sedentary
people, out and moving. So helping them also adjust their sleep cycles to what they need them to be, like, is really good. And it's like how, like, you can use your Fitbit, like, health tracking information, like, with recommendations from your doctor. You'd be able to use those, like, hey, like, it's showing I have bad sleep for this long, but if I sleep for 5 hours, I'm good, so I just need 5 hours of sleep every night. Like, and you can use that with, like, stuff from your doctor. And especially considering, like, Japan doesn't have the best services for mental health also. Like, that can be like, you're sleeping too much. Like, for sure, you need to go see a doctor. Like, are you sick? Are you okay?
Who has good mental health services, like, in the world?
I think it depends on what you qualify as good.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Well, I know Eastern Europe has been doing some good stuff. But, I can't think of any real standouts right now. But, I do know that, like, while Pokemon's trying to help us get our lives together, Google Play's trying to do the same thing. Apparently, Google Play updated their policies so that developers have to disclose loot box odds on any game that contains loot boxes or, random microtransactions. And whenever a dev submits a game to be put on the platform, they have added questions that force them to declare their target audience. And if that target audience does require children, they are given additional scrutiny in their submission. And they created a new program, which is the Design for Families program, which will both screen these games and potentially enforce these new requirements, which are certain requirements about how it's the marketing and how it's, like, portrayed on screen, the advertisers that are allowed to advertise in these particular games aimed at children. And that started late last week. for any games that are coming into the platform, and it's going to affect the entire thing by September, which looks like almost a direct response to like Hawley's like law that's in the Senate Commerce Committee right now, which is hoping to ban loot boxes and pay-to-win structures outright. So, I don't know. Maybe it looks like Google's a little scared of this, but...
Hold on. I got a question, Rocky.
Sure.
So, this screening that you're talking about, do we know if the screening is going to be done by algorithms, a.k.a. robots, or done by humans, a.k.a. meat sacks?
Okay.
I'd like it to be a meat sack.
Almost entire. I'm guessing it's going to be done like not by humans.
I'm gonna also assume not by humans.
I do know that the submission process is still handled by algorithms, because all they seem to do is just modify their submission process. But the Design for Families program, like, is hiring new people that are designed to screen those games.
Oh, that's
so, like, I don't think the main submission process is going to change that much. But games that are, you know, specifically aimed at children, which would be subject to the Design for Families program, is staffed by people who would be screening these games.
Huh. So you're saying that Google is capable of hiring humans to do some kind of, like, curation work.
Well, yeah. I mean, all it really costs is money, right? Google has that.
So what if I told you there was a website called YouTube?
That was also owned by Google, maybe?
That was also owned by Google.
Yeah.
Which is, in many ways, more than a little responsible for the nightmare we now live in.
Well, to be fair, like, the Design for Families program is pretty tenuous. I mean, all that really needs to happen to shut it down is for someone to accuse Google Play of silencing conservative voices, and we'll just be back at where we started.
Yeah, because, you know, Google already silences LBTG voices on YouTube all the time, so fuck it.
Yeah.
Happy Pride Month, everybody!
Happy Pride Month, everyone. Oh, man. Like... But yeah, I mean, this seems like... It seems like a prudent move by Google. This is not a slam dunk by any means, but it shows that they are wary of, like, of DC and what they're able to do to, like, stifle their work. And so they're trying to self-regulate. That's what it looks like. We don't know if it'll be effective until, like, I don't know, September 30th, really. That might be something we kind of, can we, like, modify, like, the what came out on Steam for, like, a small Google Play segment to try to see, like, games that are aimed at children? I don't know how many of those will come out on Saturdays, but it might be something we want to take a look at.
You know, hey, I'm sure that there's terrible stuff that we can mine for comedy there, too.
Yeah.
Speaking of terrible things easily mined for comedy, let's talk about the administration.
Let's say. You mean 45?
Yes.
Okay. Sure. What do you do this time?
So, the Office of the United States Trade Representative has proposed a 25% tariff on imported goods from China.
What is it this time? Bacon? Like grass? Well,
imported goods from China, which include, you know, things like video game consoles.
What?
So, I'm going to speak now directly to all of our listeners out there who may have voted for Trump. First, I want to say to you, I'm surprised that you're still with us. You probably heard at least one episode. How did you stay? Second...
How did you stay? Oh, no.
Yeah. Second, congratulations. You played yourself. Like, we're about to roll into the next gen of consoles. And guess what gets to be more expensive? The next gen of consoles.
Yay!
Yep. This isn't the first time that, like, 45's fuckery has impacted the industry. There's currently a tariff which is impacting graphics cards.
Mm-hmm.
So even when like graphics card prices started coming down after the Bitcoin craze began to settle down, they were still up because of this bullshit.
Oh God, when is it? Is it September or like October where McAfee's gonna have to eat his own dick? Oh shit! I can't remember.
I do not know when John McAfee is scheduled to consume his own penis.
I'm pretty sure it's October. It has to be. I'll look it up later. Whatever. Keep going.
So the tariff could be implemented as quickly as before the end of the month, June 17th. So we could very well... I'm sorry, June the 24th. So we could very well end E3 and roll into a fucking tariff.
So what you're telling me is that I have like 3 weeks to upgrade to a PS4 Pro before it goes up.
Yes.
Fuck. Alright.
Which means that Brian's busted disk drive in his Xbox One is at crisis level.
Oh, Brian, you gotta figure that shit out now.
It's true.
Oh, also, Brian, you're gonna want to get emergency water rescue for your Xbox. Also, more controllers. It's a really great local multiplayer game. It's very dope. You're gonna want to fuck with it.
I mean, I feel like raising this to our panel today and saying, like, how y'all feel about this is going to result in a lot of the same, but how y'all feel about this?
Wow!
You know,
Wow.
I'm pretty sure I've said this before. If I haven't, I'm surprised that I didn't. I feel like the fascists have gone too far. I feel like they've crossed the line.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Man, before it was soybeans and y'all thought you were chilling. And then, like, the tariffs went through on the video cards and y'all were just like, it's 10%, whatever, we're really gonna get China. But dude, it's 25% on video game consoles, man. Like, just gonna do some quick math. Isn't that like $60 on top of, like, the PS4 Pro? Do I have that right? It's like $250, $25. It's like... Is it really $400?
Yeah, it really is.
You idiots are going to pay $500 for a PS4 Pro? God damn it.
Jeez.
Are y'all kidding? This is your guy? Whatever. Oh, God. I just...
Although,
Like,
think about
so
this.
dumb.
I think this is going to be part of where we're heading with this.
Uh-huh.
So, we're, short of a miracle, stuck with this goon until January of 2021.
Yeah, sounds about right.
So, that means that likely we're going to see 1, maybe 2 major console launches during that time.
Yeah, that sounds reasonable.
Yeah.
That sounds reasonable.
So, you got your PS5, your next box sitting on store shelves with their prices inflated by the tariff. Then, when Trump's ass is unceremoniously ridden out of town on a rail, assuming we all don't live in a Mad Max fucking future by that time, where we're like fighting people for water, that means that video game console manufacturers get to have a moment where they're like, oh man, we never get to do this. We're just going to basically get to roll out there now and be like, hey everybody, your console's cheaper. Woo! Like, they're like, it is going to be like probably, as far as console life cycles go, one of the fastest price drops for a console.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like, man, oh man.
You know, also, like, this, like, tariff is gonna, like, inspire, well, a little bit of Microsoft, but mostly Stadia to, like, swing for the fences.
Like, hey guys, do you really want to buy that new expensive box when you could play, you know, the new Call of Duty, shoot a dude and play weed into your heads, you know, play various songs about weed into your video game headset on this thing that doesn't even require a box? Like, you can yell at 8-year-olds on Stadia too.
Yeah, you too can yell at 8-year-olds.
That's actually,
for a much lower price.
I think that's actually a really good point, Brian. I think that actually is a big point that Google can make in their favor that actually is really interesting. I wasn't even thinking about that.
So, like, weird changes in the prices of a console and its console life cycle. Like, generally, we have to wait a few years before we see that, like, that first drop. Also, like, considering the length of time for console development life cycle, we know that Microsoft is planning on launching with 3 boxes. Their Stream box, their low-end box, and their high-end box. We haven't heard anything yet about whether or not, like, Sony will launch their next generation with a multi-box strategy, or they're going to do what they did this time, which is, like, wait some time into the console's life cycle and then introduce the more powerful one. Mm-hmm. But if Microsoft launches with 3 boxes and one of those boxes is, like, affordable despite the tariff, then they could be even more strongly positioned against Sony. Because if Sony's like, hey, here's one box, you either like the price or you don't, tough rocks. Yes, the box is more expensive. Sorry, you guys elected him. And Microsoft's like, hey, you can just stream using this one and it's nice and cheap. Hey, this one's cheaper. Like, there are some pretty large ramifications from this tariff. Aside from all of the, wow, we didn't really need a trade war, you fucking dullard ramifications. Oh, Lord. Tegan, do you have any good news?
No.
Rip.
No good news. Only bad news. I'm sort of kidding. I don't know if I'm kidding or not, actually. You decide whether or not I'm kidding. The World Health Organization has added gaming disorder to the next version of the ICD. Yay! Or boo! It depends on whether or not you're the ESA or not. So the gaming disorder was added to a rough draft of the International Statistical Classification for Diseases and Related Health Problems in 2017. It's been finalized now, and it's officially going to come into effect on January 1st, 2022. Woo! So this officially places it alongside gambling disorders, both of which are classified as quote-unquote disorders due to addictive behaviors. You know, so it's going right where the loot boxes are going. Gambling, gaming. Good job. The full like definition of it is very like duh. Like, but at the same time, like, yeah, you could be addicted to video games if you, like, exhibit some of these, but, like, don't diagnose yourself. Seek a professional if you think you might be addicted to video games, just like if you might be addicted to gambling. You know, take care of yourself, my dudes.
I know, like, I mean, the ESA is, like, concerned because it's going to affect their bottom line. Like, parents aren't going to buy their kids games with loot boxes if they feel like they're going to get addicted and it'll affect their lives. But this classification, at the very least, I don't think it'll show up in a lot more diagnoses. Like, I don't think that'll be the case. I think, especially since it's just been added, it'll, like, lead to a lot more research on the topic, which is really what's missing. Because a gaming disorder, doesn't have a lot of, like, publications and papers behind it, like a lot of knowledge, which is one of the larger criticisms about it. But, like, there still are, like, concerns, and I know, like, it's a big deal, like, in China and, like, South Korea, be that as it may. But the more that people are able to talk about it, the better we'll be able to grasp on, like, how serious it really is, and not talking about it, just, like, potentially leaves people who are being afflicted in the dust, and we don't know what's happening to them. So, you know, I'm going to count it as a win. Maybe not a huge one, but definitely a win.
Man.
How about a loss, Brian?
Did somebody say Randy Pitchford?
Maybe like an hour ago. Fuck. It might have actually been an hour ago.
I think it was an hour ago.
Holy shit.
Randy Pitchford, then, now, forever. Guys, Randy Pitchford exists and he was on Twitter.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah. He posted a video of a cat being attacked by a crab.
That's
Why? Poor kitty.
horrific.
I'm gonna go hug my cat.
What do you mean by attacked? Wait, what do you mean by attacked? Like, it's just did the cat harass the crab and then the crab like snapped back at it, or is this like violent, horrendous atrocities against cats? Oh no, it's the second one. Go ahead.
So after he posts like this video, Pitchford posts this, which I think is fair to say, just imagine this being spoken in like a Patrick Bateman voice by like a weird person detached from human feelings. I tend to favor curiosity and disfavor, setting up a feeling, an empathetic creature for discomfort. Yet among the negative reactions I felt watching this, there's also some other stuff that isn't exactly negative. This makes me curious about how other people react.
I feel like this is like a freshman in like a psychology of personality like class. Like, holy shit. Just an idiot.
Fucking shithead. Fuck that guy.
Like, I felt something that wasn't extreme displeasure watching an animal hurt another animal. I guess I should show this to other people and validate my weird, sick feelings.
Yeah.
What a fucking monster. Like, when the story about him broke back in January, which included the stuff like him putting people on stage at his like secret magic theater and then forcing them to watch the audience masturbate, I was like, is this a thing that happened? You know, because like, you know, like, because it's just one of those things that you hear it and it's so preposterous.
Right.
That you just kind of want to, like, Occam's razor it in your brain. You want to be like, that just seems, like, fucking ridiculous. Like,
yeah.
Weird fucking magic Fidelio parties with, like, forced masturbation watching seem like a thing that don't happen on Earth. And then...
The year of our Lord.
Oh, my God. And then this, where he's just like, please watch this bad thing. I want to see how you react. I'm like, yup, that's a guy who's got forced jerking at parties. Like, what a fucking animal. Oh, God.
Just terrible person. Fuck him.
Yeah, he's a terrible person.
Shoutouts to Jim Sterling. Like, that guy has made it a personal mission of his to, like, cause Randy Pitchford displeasure and pain and public suffering for, like, all of his terrible awfulness over the years. And that's the Lord's work. Every time Randy Pitchford enters my brain, I'm like, I wish there was somebody out there fucking with this guy. And I'm glad they're all.
I hope there's nobody fucking him though. Please don't.
Yeah, I mean, he still thinks that like squirting is like magic. He's trying to figure out the trick.
God, there's no trick.
I know.
There's no specialized set of skills. It's a muscle contraction, my dudes. It's not hard. It's not hard. If you get a girl wet enough and her muscles contract, she gonna squirt. That's it.
That's all it is.
That's all it is. It's not a secret. It's not magic. It's a biological function.
Illusion, Michael.
Jesus fuck.
Oh, man. But, Tegan, you misunderstand. We're dealing with a man who goes to medieval times on purpose.
Men who think women squirting are magic have never made a woman feel actual pleasure, and that's the tea. It is scalding today. Fuck.
There's a lot to you today. You got it. Oh, damn it. I wish I had the list. Does anyone have that list memorized from, like, Scott Pilgrim? Like, the 30 T's?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, fuck.
It's just what kind of tea do you want? We got it all.
Like, this is definitely liver disaster. That's what it is.
He does top himself all the time. That's the problem.
Hey,
There's no room for anyone else in that relationship. He's just constantly topping himself.
I thought that was an auto.
An autoerotic joke. Yeah.
Yeah. Not what is it? Not autoerotic. Self. You know. I thought it was a sucking his own dick. No.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
Oh, autofellatio.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's giving himself. He's topping himself all the time.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
Choking himself out while wearing a top hat because he's a magician, and then just as he's ready to go, pulling flowers out of his own ass.
Oh,
Brian, why are your fantasies of Randy Pitchford so colorful? They're so detailed. Do you have something you'd like to admit to us? Are you attracted to Randy Pitchford? Are you attracted to him? Is that why you let him keep hurting you?
Yes, stop letting him hurt you, Brian.
Just stop letting him hurt you, dude. Just stop it.
You know how eventually your therapist is going to tell you have to break up with your bad ex? You have to, like, stop talking to your bad ex? You need to stop talking to Randy Pitchford, Brian. We understand. He took you on a magical trip to medieval times once. Like, please leave him behind. We're worried about you, Brian.
I only talk about Randy Pitchford. I'll talk to
Are you sure?
That's okay. I hope Brian never really talks to Randy Pitchford. Doesn't sound safe for any of us.
I hope one day you get to interview Randy Pitchford on this show.
Oh no!
That'd be amazing. You'd just be like, Randy Pitchford, why did you even come on the show? And he'd be like, well, you're a good man. Festival Hardbody emailed me and asked if I wanted to be on it, and I went, fuck it. What's the worst that could happen? And we'll just drag him for an entire show.
Actually, I would really like an episode where, like, we're supposed to interview Randy Pitchford, but instead of Brian, it's just Festival Hardbody the whole time. That sounds amazing. That sounds legitimately incredible.
In the larger Impossible Coin cinematic universe, is Festival Hardbody shipped with Karen Troutfisher?
No,
they used to date.
Yeah, they dated in, like, college, and then he was too into drugs, and she was trying to start a family, and he wasn't into it.
So we don't ship Troutfish? I mean, we don't ship
we want
trout
Troutfish.
body. We don't ship trout
we
body.
We don't ship trout.
Trout body. Whew. It's a lot.
Or hardfish.
Yeah, we just want Karen to be happy. That's the thing. That's what we really want.
So, hey guys, do you know that Steam is a platform that video games come out on?
Oh, yeah!
Video games actually come out on... Wait, video games come out of Steam? Or, like, stuff that people sort of cobbled together from the Unreal Engine comes out on Steam?
Well,
it's not all Unreal. There's some Unity as well.
I know, you're right. And half of them are asset flips. My bad. I almost said acid trips, but, you know, same thing.
Brian,
so today, so far, 5 games have come out.
Mm-hmm.
Brian, please tell me you're looking at the very first game on this list.
Oh, let's see here. Well, we work from the bottom up. So are you looking at Witch Combat or Soul Valley?
Oh, now. Oh, I don't see either. Whoa. Oh, here we go. No, I was looking at one below Soul Valley, but Witch Combat. All right.
Okay, let's see here. Witch Combat. It's a 2D arcade game where you, as Flying Witch, must win in every year of competition of Darklands. What does that even mean? The screenshots are hate fucking my eyes. Wow, this is ugly. Let's get some bullet points. We love bullet points on this show.
Nice graphics in the style of the Dark Middle Ages. All lowercase.
20 challenging levels of flying in a mortar and battles.
Random battle mode. All lowercase. Yo, you gotta have them 3 additional spells, man.
I would have expected more Steam achievements from this kind of garbage. But I guess at $1.79, you get what you pay for. Next up is Mural. What the fuck?
Whoa.
Sometimes I can't even with this segment. A trip to find a way for the moon to be the sun.
What the fuck am I looking at right now?
I'm legitimately confused.
About this game, you will lead the adventure of the moon you want to become the sun.
Note, an adventure to find the answer.
Okay.
Autosave function with a single adventure to help.
A vocabulary that harmonizes with poor drawing skills? What?
There are 32 rooms in total, and every time we go through 8 rooms, the way is changed.
The way is changed! Fuck.
First, avoid objects and reach your destination.
Second, you need to infer the answer from a conversation.
Third, puzzles, like some prominent professor who lived on a Nintendo, for example.
A chimera for the very first time.
Fourth, move along the surf-like tiles. What is that even?
All right. This has earned click through to the developer to see if there's anything else on Steam. Nope, this is it. That checks out.
Oh, wow.
Next up is Self Shot. Teenager Ren, able to dive into the subconscious, penetrates into the depths of memory, where she is waiting for childhood fears and complexes with which she has to cope to reach the bottom of consciousness.
This doesn't look that bad, actually. I mean, it looks a little bit, definitely, not like a big studio or anything, but you know what? It seems kind of cute.
Yep, like
that last screenshot is nice.
Yeah. Like, I'm not reading any of these bullet points and going, what is this nightmare? So, congratulations.
Do you see this game called Cyber City?
Apparently I have to log in to see it. 1 second.
Well, Cyber City is a city full of sex and violence. Earn money by fighting and spend it on your own fantasies in Cyber City. User tags, nudity, sexual content, gore, violent action. And I would maybe suggest you don't click on it because the first thing that shows up is a 3D model of a woman having sex. Fully naked.
Like you do.
Oh my lord! What
the fuck?
And it looks like we've got one more today. Yep. It looks like that they have. We've already gotten to re-releasing Soul Valley again, guys.
Text reading.
This is, I believe, the third time Soul Valley has shown up on this segment.
I think so. Yeah.
I mean, it's no Arsonist yet, but it's getting up there. So yeah, Soul Valley again. Guys, is that a show?
I think so.
Wow. Okay. Well, normally Rocky tells us about the music at the beginning and end of this show, but Sach, you want to tell us about the music at the beginning and end of this show?
Yeah, sure. I'm Big Sach or Sach. You can find me on SoundCloud at soundcloud.com/BigSachNJ, and you can follow me on Twitter at Hillary_Swank. Just want to give a real quick shout out to my boy. He performed last night in Highland Park, New Jersey, and it was really, really amazing. And I think everyone should check out his music. Redhead Beats. Red like you read something, not red like the color. He's really amazing, and yeah, you should all go listen to him.
Well, folks, we are available on Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, and Stitcher. And we appreciate reviews on all of those platforms, but the one that gives us the most tingles is when we get reviews on iTunes because of the way that it works there. So we'd love your iTunes review. Our snazzy logo is featured on a t-shirt, and that t-shirt was designed by Lauren Moran. Follow her at Lauren Moran and consider throwing a couple bucks at her Patreon. She's good people. You can find us on Twitter, Facebook, and Tumblr. They are run by Rocky, myself, and Tegan, respectively. It kind of reflects that. So hit us up on social media. Send us some mail. Our cats will grade it for you. And thank you for listening. Well, guys, I think it's about time for me to go soil my haptics. So let's go ahead and wrap it up. Peace.
Bye.